Bro, lightning has been going absolutely nuts behind me. It's kind of crazy. I'm not gonna lie to you. It's kind of mind-blowing. But
I'm peeping. Oh, well, now I see it.
you see it? It's been actually like picking up, dude. It was actually nuts. Like there's a couple big ones. But yo, what's going on, guys? Hope you're all having a good day. We're bringing you another episode of The Flank. This is the first emergency flank we've had, Ben.
It's a second, but that's
Mamma mia!
Kinda. I give this a real first. This is a real first one.
okay. Well, we'll say it's a real first. Sure.
We'll get the real first. We got Devils coming in with the Prime and T-Cuds coming in with the 2 months.
Mia.
Appreciate you guys, man. We're gonna mute the sub sounds during the show, so if you guys do show some love, I will shout you guys all out at the end. So thank you guys so much for showing so much love and support. I'm glad that you guys are liking the show. Me and Ben and I have a lot of fun doing this, so I'm glad you guys enjoy it, man. So we're gonna keep them going, and thank you guys so much for all the support. But Ben, a crazy day, dude.
Yeah, I mean, we were speculating about roster changes the last couple of days, and a couple of teams that didn't play particularly well this week decided on the off day, because a lot of people may not know this, most teams don't scrum on Mondays during the league.
Right.
Decided to pull the trigger on a bunch of changes, get a couple days of practice in before some key matches this week and next week.
No, 100%. I think the changes were warranted, man. I don't think anybody was shocked by the changes. We kind of thought changes were gonna happen. We knew yesterday that the changes were happening. But even before that, before we even knew, like we talked beforehand, and we knew that changes were gonna be coming. So it's cool to see some more young talent coming back into the league. We got Venom joining the 100 Thieves roster. They ended up putting Donnie Temp to the bench. Not sure how I feel about it. We'll talk about it. And then we got Standy coming up, being called up for Minnesota, which for Major Maniac, which is like crazy considering where Mike was last year, right, with FaZe and how highly talked about he was as a talent. And now he finds himself on the bench. So it's just absolutely crazy to think about, man. And we got to talk about this, Ben. We also got some guests coming in. We're gonna bring in Zinni, guys. We're gonna bring in Methods. He's gonna come in and give his thoughts. We're also gonna bring in Standy. I'm looking to get Standy to come on and just kind of interview him a little bit about how he's feeling. So we got ourselves a good show today, guys. And yo, we have like basically 1,000 people in here, man. That's awesome, Ben. For an emergency flank, that's absolutely incredible.
Yeah, the people want us to talk. Where do you want to start?
I think we should start with Zinni and get his thoughts. I think we should bring him in. Is he in here? He left. Give him a DM. Wait, he said, okay, so Zinni said if there's pro 8s going on, that he'd back out.
Connected.
But there's no 8s going on. Hold on, I'm gonna go get him.
He's here.
What's going on?
Hey, Zin, how you doing, kid?
Yeah, I was doing laundry and I heard you call my name. I sprinted back.
I love that, Zin. How you doing, kid? You doing good? How you holding up?
I'm good. I'm holding,
I know,
alarming
Zin.
tweets last night. Everybody know I was absolutely fucking hammered.
He was hammered. He was very hammered.
Absolutely on my asshole. So I'm all good. I had some friends reach out. Don't worry, guys. The kid's all right. But
We'd love to hear that.
some crazy moves going down, huh?
Crazy moves, Zin. Hey, Zin, I'm a little, I'm a little caught off guard. Some of these changes, I expected them, but I don't know how to feel about them. I'm curious. I wanted to ask you, how do you feel about them? We'll start with the 100 Thieves, right? We'll start with 100 Thieves picking up Venom. What do you feel? You think it was a good decision or what?
I mean, time will tell. I think they needed a change. I'm not sure what it should have been. From the outside looking, I think it had to be Donnie, right? I think everybody knew that it would be Donnie if someone's the first to go.
Yeah.
But I mean, I think Donnie's a good player, and that's the thing with teams is some teams just don't mesh as well as you'd like, and that's a team that's like built specifically to win championships, right? Like that team is built to legitimately win championships. So like that team can be placing top 3 consistently. I still don't think that's where they want to be. So I guess we'll see. I mean, the only stuff I've seen from Venom is like beginning of the game when Wester was super dominant.
Yeah.
As of late, I'm not sure how he's been playing. I don't think Wester has been as dominant.
They've had a few roster changes, but he's been playing well when he's been challenged.
So I mean,
He's a good player.
yeah. I
He's a
mean,
good
we'll
player.
see. I mean,
I just don't know. I don't know, Zin, if that one player, that one change is just gonna ultimately just turn them around. I mean, we've seen it happen, right? Especially with us last year with Mac. We just pick up Mac, and all of a sudden we're just way better. Because sometimes you need that little bit of life, right? You need a change. It could be for anybody. Just changing the whole dynamic can help a lot. Sometimes it may not help. I don't know. This is it's hard to tell, Ben. What are your thoughts?
I was a little surprised to begin with that they picked up Don this year. I just felt like his play style. Don's got like a very pinch heavy. He makes a lot of plays on the map, and I felt like that team that may not be how they want to play. And so it was kind of a weird move to me at the start, and it didn't really seem to work this year. I mean, they had some form at the beginning of the year, but as teams started to get a little bit better, get more used to the map pool, the hard point performances and the respawn performances weren't really there for that team. So I'm not surprised that he got dropped. I think my next question for Thieves is, okay, you bring in a really talented young player. He's going to take a minute to get ready. Is this it and changes for them? Or
I
might
mean,
they need
I think
Go
they've
ahead.
proved that they are not afraid of being quick when it comes to making the best team possible. So I wouldn't be shocked as if they play 2 more matches and they're like, well, this isn't it. Let's make a different
Yeah.
change. You know what I mean? Like, obviously we don't know. The thing is, like, I don't think, especially this year, there's no luxury given. Like, Venom needs to come out hot because he's not going to have that luxury of starting off slow and them continuing to play with him, if that makes sense, right? Like, he's got to prove it quick because, I mean, we've talked about before, only 8 teams go to champs this year. So the 4 teams that don't, like, there is no room to be subpar, especially when that team wants to win. So obviously, I mean, people talk highly of him, people that have played with him, so there's obviously promise there, and just need to. I'm curious how he's gonna. I want to begin the call during his first mistake, and he has to deal with Slasher.
Exactly.
And
I mean,
I want to hear, because obviously, I mean, Austin's a world champion, and he expects the best at everybody. And Austin's not an asshole at all. Austin's a very good guy, but he's also very opinionated and pretty straightforward as the leader of teams. So, of course, I think he'll cut him some slack, right? Like he's not oblivious to the fact that this guy is new to the pro scene, but there really isn't a luxury of time for any of these teams.
Yeah, I think the main thing that I want to focus on with team changes is like sometimes picking up a talented player is just not gonna flip the switch. Like
that team doesn't need more talent. I mean, that
that's
team
what
has
I'm
a
saying.
fucking
Like
star-studded roster.
We talked about at the beginning of the year, Tom. Like their issue is just consistency because there's no lack of people that have won chips on that team, even when they picked up Don.
But I'm saying like it comes down to like how they vibe as a team. Like there's a lot more that goes into a team than just picking up a good player and throwing him in. Even with like the Standy to Minnesota, which we'll talk about. It's like, is it the right fit of personalities? Like, is it going to work? And that's why I don't know much about Venom and his personality and how he is. And that's why I'm hoping, Zin, like you said, like with Austin and you know, I don't want to say egos, but rightfully so, they deserve their egos, right? For who they are and what they've accomplished. Like, they obviously want to win. But at the same time, I hope Venom is comfortable, and I hope they're making him as comfortable as possible. I don't want them to kill the kid's confidence, and I don't know if they should, like Zin, you say, give him like 2 weeks. He might need more than 2 weeks. You know what I'm saying? Which is why it's like,
I mean, that's the thing. I mean,
it gets tricky.
Competing at challengers and performing is one thing. Coming to the pro league and performing
whole different ball game.
Completely, because like I don't know, like if he starts off strong, I think he'll keep it up. But all it takes is one bad map to start him off, and it's like very, very tough because like you know, the eyes are on you. Like you're the new guy, you're the odd man out.
Yeah.
Obviously, he doesn't have these
There's more
long-term
pressure.
relationships.
There's more pressure.
Like for example, if you're TJ, Ken, Austin, like you know each other for years. Venom's like that new guy, so
yeah.
I mean, hell, I hope he puts on a show, but I guess time will tell, and I just don't think they have that much time.
Yeah, time will tell.
Hold on. I think they'll give Venom a long leash. I think he's a longer leash than say TJ does on the team. Like,
you think so?
I think TJ is by far their most impactful player, and that's not even me being biased, because one of my good friends, like, if you watch that team, TJ is making plays in every single game mode. Like, that's the thing. Like, there is no weak like game mode for a team like TJ. Like, obviously he has bad maps like any player, but like, you don't look at TJ and you're like, he's not good at this mode. Like, he's a star-studded player in every single mode, especially Surge, right? Like, he's their playmaker. He also, like, I haven't played with him in years, obviously, in a team environment, but like, he does make the game easy. Like, he's very selfless, and I would be appalled if somehow Tej wasn't on that team at some point. Actually, like, I'd genuinely be appalled.
The only thing I'll add on, Zen, is this is basically hits on what Tom and I talked about in the beginning of the season. If they wanted to be at the top, TJ's got to play more consistent. And we saw that at the beginning of the year. But as the year, stage 1 ended, they didn't have the best end to it. Stage 2 started, they didn't have the best start. We've seen that in these losses especially in S&D, that playmaker T just started to slip a little bit. We'll love to see now that Venom's on the team, him get back to that form we saw in the beginning of the season.
Yeah, but
because I agree, if he's not making an impact on the map, we haven't seen that a lot from Kenny as of late. I think they're still going to have the inconsistency problems. Now,
I mean, to be fair to him, like,
now
yeah, why are you
go
putting that
ahead.
on Tej? The
Yeah,
inconsistencies.
No,
I mean,
I'm just
no, I get
spinning what you said, which
I get what you're saying.
Yeah,
Because I mean, his potential in search is obviously unreal, and I'm like, I didn't talk to him, but like
User entered your
sometimes
channel.
when your team's underperforming, you
User
tend to try
disconnected from your
overperforming, and you
channel.
tend to try, I guess, being a hero. And I'm not saying that's what he's doing, but like that definitely could be it, where he's like, fuck it, I'm about to go
Disconnected.
try making a play, it doesn't work, and I don't know. I think that team is a very, I guess, momentum-based team. If they start strong, I think they're going to continue going strong. If
Well-
they start bad, I don't know what they do next, because I really like. I genuinely don't know. Like, do you like try like a superstar trade and you like start putting some of these
Yes,
players in
that's
the
what I was gonna
market?
say.
But like,
trades are hard,
but,
though,
like,
to be fair.
the trades are hard, and you have to think if any of those players get traded, it has to be for the like superstar, or it has to be like a 2-for-1 trade to make it worth it. It doesn't
Yeah.
make sense to get rid of, I don't know. We'll use Tej or Kenny, right? Like, I don't see them getting traded, but like if you're trading Tej or Kenny, you have to assume you're getting 2 solid players or 1 absolute superstar. And yeah, I don't know.
You gotta okay, so the way I was gonna say is like you gotta switch up that dynamic a little bit, because now the same trio has been together now for how long, Zin or Ben? How long have they been together?
I mean,
For like a couple
it's
years
hard to-
now?
it's hard to count MW because MW's 5v5.
Okay,
it's a
I
completely
mean,
different
yeah,
game.
we don't
like,
need to count MW, but I mean, still, we should count MW though, Zin. We should.
I mean,
Well, hold on,
as a
isn't the
core,
game
they've been
cha-
together for a minute,
aren't-
though.
Isn't there an update coming soon? Like, what if all the guns just change and like metas change? I mean, the game does change rapidly.
I don't think that's gonna change much with meta changes.
mean,
I think
who
the top
knows?
teams will still stay the top teams even with meta changes. I don't think anything will happen with FaZe and Dallas and Chicago and all those New York playing really well now.
I mean, I get what you're saying, but you never know. I mean,
It's like it's just hard. It's
like,
hard
for example,
for me.
with the M4 meta, I thought any team could beat any single team, and to an extent, like I still think we're at the point in the game where a lot of teams, like in my opinion, Seattle, at this point should not be coming that close to beating Dallas. Like at the point they are right now, Seattle has probably one of the most underrated rosters, and I said that coming into this year. Like especially when Pristini's playing well, they're dangerous. But like, at this current point, after Dallas is making a grand finals, it's hard to see Seattle beating them, and they went 6-5 last map, and it was almost a crazy comeback. So,
But the way I guess I want to say is like, say Venom comes in, and he's unreal. He's frying. He's fucking piecing. He's doing what the young talent does, and they're still losing.
yeah, I don't know what you do.
Now what do you do?
I genuinely don't know, because it's like, well,
and you put 100 Thieves in such a weird position, because you have Slasher, who's one of the best ARs that ever played a game. You have Kenny, who's one of the best flexes, and TJ. They're all so well-rounded players that have been in the scene for such a long time. At this point, you got to start thinking about just changing the whole dynamic of the team, because clearly those group of guys.
It's hard. It's gonna be hard.
How is that hard to do?
no, it is hard, man.
If they want to, I mean,
Why?
if they want to trade, because how are you going to make that happen? You would either have to bench one of the trio and bring in Draza or
Well, that's
someone
what I'm
else.
saying. You make another change, because you can't.
I cannot see TJ or Kenny, because at this point, I'm going to assume that Slasher has the franchise tag. Like, maybe I'm wrong, but like,
Slasher or Kenny.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. Like, someone on that team is the long-term player for Thieves.
Might be
and,
both
like,
of them.
Yeah, maybe. So it could be both, but like, okay, let's say Tej is the odd guy out. How do you bench Tej and bring in Draza? And Draza's obviously a good player, but like, when you're comparing potential and like superstar ability and winning championships, like, I cannot see Thieves benching TJ for Draza. I could be wrong, but like, if
TJ's
TJ
been
were to
so
go,
good for them, bro. You know.
or if someone were to go, I think it has to be a trade. Like, I think it has to be like a superstar trade.
Nah,
I'm just not sure who's willing to give up a superstar. And I mean, to be fair, you put a player like TJ or Kenny on the market, things change, right? So who knows?
Probably. I'm sure they'll get picked up, and that's like another thing we could talk about. Like, do you think Donnie or Mike get picked up by any of these teams? Do you think any of these teams go out and get them? Or if you're smart and you're 100 Thieves or you're Minnesota, do you keep these guys on your bench, give this team 2 weeks, and then maybe try switching things up if things aren't working? Like, for instance, Mike with Minnesota. Like say they bring in Standy and things are still hitting the fan, and you still have Mike on the sideline. Do you just keep it going? Do you make another change? It's on both sides with the 100 Thieves and Minnesota. It's like how good is this change going to make these teams? And that's like the ultimate question right now. Like that's what's up in the air.
I think to Zin's point, I think with the contract situation in terms of salaries sort of stabilizing this year,
Yeah.
the market's a little bit more ripe. We might see some crazy trades. I don't know how quickly they'll happen, but I agree, Tom. These teams still have these players, aka assets, around that they can then use if they're going to make additional moves. And there are a lot of, with the way the game is set up this year, where you have some top respawn teams, but everybody can beat everybody in search apparently right now.
Yeah.
Other than phase, like a lot of teams are in it in these series, and so teams may look to figure out how to upgrade. So I think the market will continue to get a little bit spicier.
And again, both 100 Thieves and Minnesota, they all have talented players across the board. Both Minnesota and 100 Thieves, their rosters are talented across the board. It's not always a talent thing. Sometimes it's just like a team composition thing. They're just not working as a team. So you have to change it up. You have to move some stuff around. Maybe we will see some big trades coming in, maybe from 100 Thieves and Minnesota. If they're both struggling, maybe they'll benefit trading, you know. We talked about it a little bit, Ben. You talked about a trade. If you want to talk about it at all, do you want to talk about that?
I just, it's hard to know without knowing that where people were actually targeting those assets. I mean, I could see a trade between the two teams. I just don't think they're ready to go to that.
No, not right now. No, not right now.
What two teams? Sorry.
Like Minnesota and 100 Thieves, say they keep struggling. Can you see them trading players back and forth, like maybe like switching up their team a little bit?
I mean, yeah. I mean, Preston or Priesta hasn't been like great in their old system, but I mean, everybody knows his potential, and obviously he had success with Thieves. So like, I mean, maybe it's just
I just feel like
either
because even then, because even then, right? Well, we'll use an example. So we'll say Tej or Kenny for Priesta, 1-for-1 trade. I don't think that necessarily changes either team drastically. Maybe like, of course, like different players and different vibes can switch things up, but
yeah,
I don't know, man. I think some teams find form like later in the game. Like I think, I mean, you look at Optic LA last year; they were horrible the entire year, and then they all go to Texas, and they were playing pretty well at champs, and they showed some solid signs of life. But who knows? I mean, I guess we just got to wait and see. I'm not sure who they play this upcoming week, but I mean, I think that'll be telltale sign.
Who does 100 Thieves play, Ben?
So Thieves plays London first on Friday.
That's a good matchup for them.
London did look good in the first game they played, but think Thieves
I mean, you'd rather play London than fucking FaZe.
Here's the problem.
Yeah, they do look good, but I mean, come on.
The next day they play FaZe, so that's not going to be a particularly easy matchup for them. And then
it's not going to be easy, but like that's the thing. They're going to that match and like being realistic. Like, of course you want to win, you expect to win, but like
nothing to lose, kind of thing.
Yeah, you have to assume they're pretty realistic, and they're like, okay, we have a new team about to play the best team in the world. Like, let's just have some fun. And if they can somehow come out firing and win a couple maps or win a series, like I think that's big for that type of team, just for everybody, right? That's just like a breath of fresh air. They're like, okay, like we're still some of the best players in the world, and we'll see, man.
Well, they have a tiebreaker on your. So I think what then becomes important is that game they play against LAG, which is the only team they'll haven't played, and that's still one match they have the third week. So if they end up 2-2, that's a huge mass for Gorillas. We talked about how the 3-2 tiebreakers cause mass chaos in those groups. So if you go through this week and you're 1-1, you know that you just got to show up in the third week and get that dub, and you might see yourself in winners round 1, and suddenly things are looking up and you can go on a run.
One thing I will say about Venom is I heard he's kind of like a facilitator a little bit, and I heard he's a pretty smart player as well. So I'm curious if maybe he's gonna come in and teach those guys a few things, because they haven't been looking good. You don't think so? They should.
Try, bro. It's very hard. If I'm him, if I'm this new kid and I'm about to play with world champions like Slasher, who's obviously very straightforward and opinionated, I'm shitting my pants. I'm like, oh my god, if I tell this guy to play this way and he freaks out at me, I'm gonna fucking.
At the same time, if Austin,
diarrhea.
Kenny, and Tej want to win, they should keep their opinions open to his opinion. They should listen to him.
I'm not saying
what I'm saying.
Don't talk.
But I'm saying I don't know if they have that in them. You know what I'm saying? They should. I think they should come together as a team, and I think they should let Venom come out and facilitate a little bit if he thinks that there's some things that he's seeing. Because Venom is a good player, man. He played with Wester. The challenger scene is no joke, bro. There's some good talent down there. And
there
we
is.
see it all the time, bro. Like, we see it all the time. Players coming up. Last year with Mac, like, when Mac came in, Mac was like, yo, what are y'all doing? Like, this is not how you play this situation. This is not what you do. Like, Mac helped a lot. Like, having Mac come on board and kind of just telling us his opinions. Like, bro, these young players, they know their shit. They have good game sense. They know how to play the game. So I hope that Venom speaks up a little bit. I don't want him to be a little shell. You know what I'm saying? I want him to come out of his shell, and I hope the other 3 people let him come out of his shell. You know what I'm saying? Don't take his confidence away.
For sure.
And then, I mean, we don't need to keep talking about it because we have a whole nother team change to talk about. So I wish Venom the best. I think he's an amazing player, bro. I've always had to say good things about Venom. And I wish him the best, both to Venom and as a team and the whole organization at 100 Thieves. I think they got something good going over there. I really hope Donnie can find a spot. I see people in the chat. Apparently, Donnie joined Westar. That's what I'm hearing.
Jesus fucking Christ.
He joined Westar's in.
Yeah, so I was teaming with Temp.
And now he left you.
Yeah, so
Marons, and what the fuck is going
That's a
on?
tough balance for
I'm just not sure who people think they are. I'm a legitimate champion, one of the best to ever do it. Like, for example, I've been playing in challengers, and to be quite honest, the results won't say it. But gee, I'm like a man amongst boys.
You've been frying, brother.
You've been frying.
I'm taking heads off. I'm shooting bodies. Got people coming in game chat saying get dropped. Like, who are you, motherfucker?
Zinni, I'm gonna be honest with you.
What's up?
I think you look great in this game. One of the best games you played. Deadass. I talk about it all the time with Ben and RJ. We've had our differences in Black Ops 4. We know this. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we
listen,
know this.
man.
I think you are a completely different player from when you were on our team to now.
Yeah, no,
I think you have made your game so much better. I think you play very good in this game. I like the way you play this game.
I don't
I'm
want to talk
serious.
about me too much because I'm sure. I mean, like, obviously you guys already touched on the roster move on my team and all that, but I mean, probably one of the biggest misconceptions is like I'm super slow. And like, if anybody ever watches my stream, like, of course there's situations where I play slow, but I've like at the pace the game is played in games like this, like I do my best to you got to get cracked. So I've implemented some crackness in my gameplay.
You have.
And now I mean, listen, man, I'm just a top am looking for my chance. So I'm gonna keep it moving.
You're more than that.
Now let's talk about Minnesota because let's
move on over. What do you think about this one, Zin?
I mean, a change had to be made. They were fucking abysmal.
Yeah, they were really bad.
And I'm good friends with majority of the team, and
So
they know
am I.
it too. Like, especially like a team that prides themselves on search and destroy. If they're not even winning the search and destroys, like, there's a problem.
No, 100%. Oh, Lamar's in the chat. Yo, Lamar, you want to join us?
Yo, he's fuming. He said, "Stop doing bullshit."
Who, to you?
No. Because people in the chat are saying,
He's roasting Joel.
Oh, I roast Joel all day of the week, Lamar. Don't even waste your time, man. He'll be wasting your fucking time with
Let's
Joel.
get some L's for Joel in the chat, guys.
Get some fucking lols in the chat, man. My stream knows all day I'm fucking arguing back and forth with fucking Joel. This guy's always in here causing ruckus. You know what I'm saying? But Lamar, you're more than lol, bro. That's what we got going. We got a little lol chat,
God, my Froyo's in the way to my door.
Oh, Froyo.
That's a good play.
That sounds phenomenal.
My tits are coming back.
But Lamar, you're more than welcome to join us. If not, we're gonna talk about it. But I have Standy coming on. He told me 10 to 15 minutes, so I told him I gave him the team speak info.
You talked to Sandy or Sandy's manager?
No, Eli. I'm good friends with Eli, man. I've known Eli for a long time. My cousin's his manager.
His manager, his agent, his coach,
manager, his agent, his coach. Vinny does it all for Standy, man. Standy's a good guy. He's a good kid. I've always been a big fan of Standy, man. I've always said good things about Standy. A lot of pros though always disagree with me on it. I'm gonna be honest.
I will say, well, you and I were watching, by the way, one of the craziest, like, 2 best of 5 series I've ever watched, which was the finals yesterday, the cup between Fantastic 4 AK 7 the boys versus NYSL Academy. Standy looked good in that series, man. Like, I think he's got a lot of talent. He's a playmaker.
Mm-hmm.
He's got aggression. He's got youth. Like,
he's a good player.
There's a lot going for there, and that's really what Minnesota needs. I think they need a little bit of umph in their step, a little momentum of the ball rolling down the hill. And as we've talked about, like, before last week, their search was looking pretty good.
Yeah.
So you're like, okay, just got to figure out how to win some more hard points. So they just get back to search prowess. We know Standy's good in that game mode. And they can win a few more, like 30%, 40% more. Well, 40 being a big ass, 20 or 30% more hardpoint maps.
Yeah.
Suddenly they're going to start winning more series and be a real force.
What do you think about the role change? What do you think about Preston moving to like an AR? We'd be calling him Arsta. He came in here.
good.
What do you think,
Is
Zen?
anything, bro.
That's a good. That's a good change. I
You
mean,
think so?
I think it'll help make him more consistent.
You didn't want
I
to
mean-
try him out with Standy first for like a few days to see how they work out together as 2 subs, or do
And
you
then
think?
have Dylan run flex.
Yeah, because Dylan could do any. Like Dylan is literally that's the type of player he is. Give him anything. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, honestly, that's probably not out of the question for them. Like they're
Like
probably
Dylan's
gonna
so
try.
talented with everything, bro.
Yeah,
Like he can
so,
literally
like,
run anything. So
I mean,
can
the play-
Preston, but
I mean, I think maybe the pacing as 2 SMGs would have been better with Standy and Priest together. But like,
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know. We'll find out.
They have a lot that they could try out, right? Like
yeah,
they
like,
could try out. I
don't
think
think it's very. It's not going to be hard for Preston to go back to a sub and Dylan to start using an AR.
yeah.
Like
Well,
it's not.
another thing with Dylan too is like he has been playing really well, right, on the sub. So you don't want to take him off of it. He's
Dylan's
unbelievable, bro. Dylan
Dylan's
is
been frying.
fucking nasty, bro. I'm sorry, bro. You guys are gonna think I'm biased as hell, but Dylan is actually fucking disgusting, bro. Like he's hella good. He looks really good in this game. So maybe just not touch Dylan, see how he works off of Standy. But if they're still having pacing issues, I'm sure Preston on the AR will speed up the pace a little bit. But we'll see, man. They have a lot that they can work on. But do you think it's gonna work? Do you think Standy was a good pickup? You think they're gonna change? There's also a lot of other players on the market. You have Venom coming up and Standy, and there's a lot of players up in arms, man. There's a lot of players and challengers who thought
Reese
they.
is calling me.
Who's calling you?
Vivid, did he just say Vivid Reese? Ladies and gentlemen, we got a hot take. We got Vivid Reese. Collins in. He muted out. We got an emergency flank.
I don't think he's talking about Vivid. I think he's talking about his driver who's delivering his
I don't know
Furyo.
about that. He said
I'm back.
Reese.
Is that your
Who called you?
Furyo?
Yeah, my Uber Eats.
Oh, I
That's what I
thought.
thought. Oh, there we go. Tommy's like, oh,
What?
Vivid's calling City.
I said Vivid Reese. Ladies and gentlemen, it's Collins
What?
City.
Wait, it sounded like I said Reese.
I thought you said
That's
Reese.
what-
No
that's what it
bullshit.
sounded
It
like.
literally
No.
sounded like you said Reese.
No, I said Uber Eats. Come on, I mean,
Oh man, that's.
I got the
fucking
froyo
funny.
come to the door now. The mixed froyo, the chopped Oreo, strawberry, and Nutella.
Oh, you don't give a
Oh, now
fuck.
you're making me hungry, bro.
Yeah,
Come
my
on.
tits are fucking on their way back. But I mean,
I got some cannolis. I went
Oh,
to the
Jesus.
store. I went to the
Ooh.
bakery. I got a couple cannolis. I got a
Oh.
ribeye today.
but
You
I
got a
mean,
ribeye.
A ribeye.
yeah.
What do you think, Zen? You think it's a good pickup? You think they're gonna bounce back? Or
It
do you
was a
think
necessary pickup. Like they had to do something. Like
Mhm.
I saw like Reddit and people saying like, oh, let's try Major Maniac on a sub. Like that's not really gonna change anything.
Mhm.
I mean, yeah, we'll find out. I mean, Dylan is like known to be like a slower sub. Like he's not like one of those super aggressive subs. That's like so. I think Standy's gonna provide that. But like I don't know. I think Preston's also aggressive if I'm not mistaken. So I'm not sure
I'm wondering if
If that
Standy's gonna run into the
fixes the
same problems in
pacing
with
I mean,
Preston. The
if
same
they
problems
do-
that Preston
I mean,
was running into.
I think the end all be all. I think you're gonna see Priest step back on the sub and attach a flex if things are
Maybe.
looking good. But I mean, who knows? We'll find out shortly.
What about you, Ben? What you think?
I think
Be honest.
if you kind of dig into their gameplay and you watch VODs, their biggest issue in hardpoint is like inability to like break kills and situations and get like team control as a team. And I think having more pace and more playmaking ability with Sandy is going to help, and that percentage is going to go up. Not going to keep their.
I think.
So
Go ahead.
So
go
I
ahead.
like it. I don't.
Yeah.
The role thing between Preston and Dylan, I think is a little overblown. Like both guys can play any position. Like they'll figure out. They've got a smart team and they've got a good coaching staff. Like they'll figure out between Dylan and Preston who's going to run the AR, who's going to run a sub. Maybe they do it situationally. Maybe they do it per hill, per map. Like there's a lot of room there to figure it out. And I also think Stanley's a good search player, so they're going to continue that prowess in that game mode. And as you mentioned time and time and again on the show, S&D wins ships.
Yep.
And if any team's going to knock out FaZe this year, it's because they're going to get really good at search and be able to challenge them. So I really like this move. And it's mega unfortunate for Major Maniac.
What do you think? You think they should keep him?
Another situation where he didn't play bad, and he just ended up being the odd man out. And it's really unfortunate. I think they should keep him.
They should 100% keep
Either
him.
in case this move doesn't work and they've got to sort of figure out what to do with the 5 players they have, or if someone offers, maybe they can make a move. But best wishes to Mike. It's obviously a tough situation, and someone was going to have to give up their spot if they were going to figure out how to get another aggressive player on the team.
Yeah, I think a pacing thing is a big thing, but a lot of players would just be like, I can see a lot of pro players just being like, pacing, bro, like playing faster, like you sound dumb, right? But it is true. I think a pacing thing is a serious issue with them, and I think bringing Standy in will definitely help them. I'm curious to see how he meshes personalities. Once again, kind of what I was saying with 100 Thieves, but I know Standy. See, I don't know anything about Venom, but I know Standy. So I'm curious to see. I just hope that they let Standy do. I want them to let Standy do his thing for a week or two. Just let him do his thing. And just obviously, you know, if he's doing really dumb shit, which he probably will because he's new and he's young and he's gonna be a little reckless. And I've watched him play. He is a little fucking reckless. Eli.
Sometimes the dumb shit works, man. It sounds crazy, but
No,
sometimes
it does.
you gotta let, like, for example, like some teams overanalyze and put leashes on superstars, and it's like, you know, sure, this player is making a mistake 1 in 15 times, but the other 14 times he's making a play and getting 2 or 3. So it's like, obviously you want to play the game to a T, you want to be organized, but sometimes being too organized or too anal about how to play the game isn't good for anybody.
Exactly, and that's why I want to make sure they don't put him on a leash. Let him fly. Let him fly for a little bit. See what the kid can do, man. Let him rev up the engine. Let him put the gas pedal down. He said it. He tweeted out. He said, "I'm not laying off the pedal." Let him fly, man. Let him fly. Let him fly. And if he's putting up numbers and he's frying, y'all play around him. Same with Venom on 100 Thieves. If Venom comes out and this guy's unbelievable and he starts popping off, this young gun comes in and starts dropping numbers, you play around that kid. Wait, and S&D, if he wants to make a play, you follow that kid up. You play around your young players and you let them do the fucking work. And you come in behind them and you guys use your veteran knowledge and whatever the fuck you want to call it and come in and do what you got to do. I think I just hope that these teams do it. I don't know how and you know, it's 100 Thieves in Minnesota. When you look at the players on the roster, I hope that they have that mindset, because that's the mindset I think you got to have when you have some young players. They might agree with me, they might not. They could nitpick a lot of things and try and make him the perfect player, which I don't know how Venom is, but I don't know if that's gonna work with Eli. I would let the kid fly, but we'll see, man. I think the most important thing is with Major Maniac, they should keep him. I don't think they should let him go anywhere.
The issue for Minnesota,
I mean, like,
keep him, because what if a month goes by and they're still shit?
Well, let's talk about it.
Yeah, but how's he gonna?
They have a really tough set of matches.
Change it up. Keep changing it up.
So they have a really tough set of matches coming up this week. I'm not going to sugarcoat it, but they play the best 2 teams in their group this week. So it's going to be tough for them to see a result against either Dallas or Chicago. So we may not really see the full potential of this team until like the middle of April when the major starts, and maybe they can make a run. And I agree, they really should keep Mike, because on the off chance that this doesn't work out, they really need to keep their options open. We saw, Jen, with how your team played last year, where you guys used the full depth of your roster to really figure out who the set 5 was. I think Minnesota would be smart to keep their options open and keep tweaking until they find the right formula here.
Yeah, and bro, I want to say this real quick,
no,
Zen.
Let's Zen go. Go ahead.
All right, go ahead, Zen. Go ahead.
I mean, I think they're gonna keep him, and unless they get offered a good trade for him, right? They'd be dumb not to take a look at a decent offer. You know, I don't think they're just gonna be like, all right, Mike, we're gonna release you. You're gonna go about your way, right? I think he's gonna be on rocker and he's gonna figure it out. I'm not sure if he's playing challengers. I saw his tweet. He's I mean, from what I know about Mike, he's a good kid, good head on his shoulders, and obviously from his tweet, he's gonna keep grinding and not let it discourage him. So I think he'll still be on rocker. I'm not sure if he'll find himself back in the roster. It's super weird now, man. I was talking about this with a few people from my team. It's like nowadays, like back then, you get dropped. Like, you don't talk to your teammates. You don't talk to your old teammates. You don't talk to your coaches. Like, now it's completely different, because there's a bench, and it's like, okay, maybe this team can utilize me again. So I have to, I can't be weird, because like I'll use me for example, right? Like, I obviously want to be back starting in the league. So like when I first got benched, I was obviously livid, and I didn't take it well, and I didn't talk to anybody for 2 days, teammates or coaches. Like, I would show up to the facility and head down, mask on, I'm not speaking to anybody. I'm furious. And now, once your emotions sort of fade a little bit, obviously still a little upset, but like, I can't afford to sit there and be weird to my teammates or my coaches, right? Like, I want to be in the league. So exactly.
You got to be a professional, Zen. This is the word you're trying to look for.
To be fair to Mike, he's probably one of the most professional players in the league now. Like, he conducts himself really well.
And I was going to say about Mike, guys, when I was saying, keep Mike and change it, I'm not saying bring Mike back into the team. It's good to have an asset like Mike because he is talented and they might be able to use him for a trade or try and go out and get somebody. It's just good to have someone like him on the bench and instead of fucking Joey Nubsy. You know what I'm saying? Like you have a good player on your bench. Utilize it. If something's going wrong and you want to switch something up, do it. If there's
a player
on
Seattle, I'm jumping for fucking joy. I'm like, oh yeah. Listen, I'm safe for at least a couple more weeks. We got Joey Nubsy on the bench.
That's what I'm saying.
Worst comes to worst, I gotta go find an amateur or find a trade. Like life is fucking good. We got Nub on the roster.
Yeah, and I see a lot of people with Lamar's name in their mouth, bro. I don't think Lamar's been that bad. I think we gotta let them play and see what they can do.
Listen, man, I think Lamar's been good. Like
let him play and see what they can do.
Lamar has been doing his thing.
And let him play. Let him play.
Honestly, I'd argue that Lamar's been one of their top players this year, and that's my opinion from watching them play.
Dylan's their top player.
Dylan's a more consistent player. What I would say is when they're like in form, Lamar is playing really, really well. When they're not playing well, if you look at sort of what the unquote X factor numbers and sort of dive deeper, I think he's getting stuck in these positions. Whereas a team like his three teammates are dying, and then you're just the AR.
Well, I mean, hold on. To be fair to Lamar, just like me, where for some reason there's a negative stigma around our names, and unless players like me or him are clear out fucking undeniable, everybody's gonna say Lamar shit or Zinni shit. Like, and that's just what it is, right? Like, Lamar was dominant in World War II and was still called shit. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know.
Yeah.
I think Lamar gets a lot of flack. I think he's been playing well, especially when the team's playing well. I mean, you can't really fault someone for not playing.
Honestly.
No, when the team's getting destroyed, you can't really fault anybody for not playing well, right? Like, that's not really
true. But like, Dylan's been looking good. Like they just don't look good. Like Dylan looks good to me, but the rest of the team just looks like a mess.
Bro, when other players aren't getting kills and they're making people weak and dying, someone's got to clean them up. And I'm not saying that's what Dylan's doing, but like, it's just not possible for every player to look good. That's why I say give it time. Teams are, yeah. That's
why I say because Lamar's a talented player. Like I'm not gonna sit here and say they've been playing well because that's absolute cap. That's an absolute lie.
The only thing I'll say about Lamar, Tom, the one club that he doesn't really have in his bag that like other ARs have is he's not like the magical three-piece guy. And I know that's sort of like a super premium, and it would have helped him if he had that club in the bag when they were struggling this year. He's just getting now, like, think about how their team's playing, right? They're struggling to get team control, any kind of map control. Zinni, you've been there as an AR.
Hold on,
you're the backline guy and your three teammates die. What are you supposed to do when four guys are shooting at you?
Listen, real quick, let me address something. So, I've been getting a lot of flack, right? My team got fucking absolutely smoked by Optic in a match, right? We're down like 220-7. I think losing map like 250-80 or something. I forget how many points we got.
Like your Toronto team?
Yeah.
Oh.
I ended up going positive, and for some reason, everybody's saying I was baiting. It's like, when your teammates are constantly dying and you're a main AR and you're losing like that, the goal, and I think all main ARs would agree, is, okay, I need to start picking up some kills. If anything, it's better to slow down the game, start guaranteeing some kills, and maybe we string some things together. I'm not just going to sprint forward to make a worse situation worse. So everybody's mind blown I went positive in this match. It's like, I'm not shocked at all. Like, it makes sense to me, but sorry, I just had to defend myself because I don't think people really get. It's like, oh, you were baiting. It's like, I can assure you I was not sitting there thinking, you know what, let me play for the KD. Like, that's not what it was. Instead it's like, fuck, let's guarantee some kills.
Listen, Lamar's a great player, Preston's a great player, Dylan's a great player, and now they got Sandy and a young gun. Let's see if they can turn it around as a team. They need to come together as a team and turn this season around. Now, if shit still keeps hitting the fan and they continue to not play well, like they have been, because they have not been playing well. They have not, and they know that. And if they sit there and say they are playing well, then I don't know what to tell you, man. They haven't been playing well. They don't look good compared to like all the other teams. And those are my friends, which is why I want to be brutally honest, because I want to see them do well. I like those guys. So I hope that this move helps them become a top team. And I'm a big fan of Standy, and I've always gassed up Standy, and I've always had a lot of pros tell me otherwise, saying they don't think very highly of him. But to see him get a shot, clearly people's opinions have changed. So I was saying this. My little cousin's been saying this for 3 fucking years. So we'll see how it goes. I'm excited for Standy. Standy's flight just got canceled. He was supposed to come to Dallas tomorrow. Apparently his flight got canceled, so now he's trying to figure everything out, and it's just a lot of last minute stuff for him. So I'm trying to get him on, but he's also going through a lot of shit right now, guys. So I don't know if we're gonna be able to get Standy on. I know Lamar was in the chat. Dylan said he might want to come on. We were kind of gonna have Standy have his moment a little bit and come and talk, but he might be chalked. So if any of you guys want to come on, you guys are more than welcome to come on the show. But
now that we're talking about changes,
yeah.
are there any teams that you think should make a change? Or I'm not sure if you guys really want to discuss this or go into
Your
this,
team,
this type
brother.
of conversation.
Your team is shit.
Yeah, bro.
Look,
I don't know.
obviously, I'm not
What's
gonna
going on
sit
there?
here and talk about my team.
Your
Like, you know
team,
what I'm saying?
your team shit. LAG doesn't look good.
Has LG only played like one game in this stage though so far?
Yeah, but they look good, but Reese Vivid's on
they
another
came off-
level, and the rest of them don't look like they're on his level right now. Hopefully they can turn it around though, because that's another team that has a lot of good players, right? So we'll give us more time.
I gotta guess Vivid a bit, because if you know me, you know I was probably his #1 hater last year at MW.
Who wasn't?
When I tell you he's been incredible this year, he actually has been one of the top SMGs.
No, he has.
That's facts.
Yes,
Like
he's good.
he has been very good.
Yeah, he's
and,
a very good player.
You know, when you think of top SMGs, like a lot of people probably won't say his name, but he's without a doubt been sort of like that saving grace this year for LAG.
Can I say something too? I think Nato should be called up by someone. I think Nato deserves to come back into this bitch. I think that guy needs to come back. I don't know from who. I think there's some teams out there that can benefit from a change.
The sad reality is there's just not enough spots for everybody who deserves to be in the league. Like, there are players who deserve to be in the league, and the reality is 12 teams is simply
I agree,
not enough.
but I kind of agree.
I mean, like, it just...
We lost 12 spots, man.
Yeah,
like it's really tough.
It's just tough, man. Like, no matter what, there is always going to be at least a couple pros that, like, deserve a spot. I saw someone saying Desi. Like, yeah, like, Desi's been dominant. It's just... Teams aren't making changes unless they need to make a change. And even then, it's like... There's just too many players. Like, well, if we're talking about starting rosters, right now, who do you got? You got me, Temp, Major Maniac, Desi, Saints, Parasite's no longer on a team. Like, these are all like players
guys
that
like Tom
I think
Gravity
should be on a team.
Tom Gravity's been waiting for like 2 years for a mini AR spot to open up, and he's still waiting now. Like, it's a tough position with 12 teams, man. Like,
Yeah, Wuskin, Havoc, Mox. I mean, these are players who are like, obviously, like the past 2 years. You know, you got Trey having problems getting
was
into
on
the
a team
country.
last year, and I was in Challengers.
So many players, man. So many players. There's no spots.
And
Almost
honestly,
a general. That's a good call.
the general as well. Yeah, I mean, like, and if we do expand, you have to assume that, like, obviously there's going to be 1 or 2 international teams, right? So let's say, I mean, even Metal is lucky in them, right? Like, top Spanish players, big fan base over there.
One.
Like, it's just God or X. Like, bro, there are a lot of
list goes on,
bro. There are a lot of players, man, who are just there's no room for him right now.
But
like, ideally, like maybe 20 teams would be too much, but you give us 20 teams, everybody who deserves to have a spot will have a spot.
But Nato looks like
Nato
looks like he's on another level. That some of these subs and the challengers. Nato should be the next one up. I'm surprised he hasn't yet. He should be called up. He just, to me, he just looks like he's in a tier of his own when I watch him play challenges. It just looks like he doesn't belong there. It looks like he doesn't fucking belong there. Same with Desi.
What sucks is I'm convinced that all these teams are obsessed with new names. So, like, we'll use Standy as an example, right? Let's say Minnesota. Oh my God, I'm struggling with my froyo. One moment.
Maron, you go over there.
I was going to say, Zen, it's. Do you think it's like a known quantity versus unknown quantity situation? Like, a lot of these players have teamed with Nato before. They know his
exactly.
Their strengths and weaknesses. They don't really know what's standing, and maybe their perception of ceilings are a little bit different.
Exactly, and it's like I'm not even talking from players, right? Even if you're an organization, everybody wants to find the next simp, right? I remember Simp. I remember when Simp, before he actually blew up in the pro scene, he was in that S&D circle, right? Like Illy and selling them. And people referred to Simp as the worst player out of that group. And it's funny because I went to local lands with Simp. Trust me, pros, I used to argue in TeamSpeak with pros who were like, Simp's the worst one of that entire group.
Wait, hold on. There are unnamed pros.
I used to play against him at locals, and he beat me by himself. And I would sit there, I'd laugh, and I go, that kid is the best one in the group, and it's not close. Or like...
Dude,
obviously
pros perception. Hold on, I want to go
pros
on this.
Fucking hate young talent, bro. They do. I don't care what anybody says.
Hold up. This is gonna piss off a bunch of people, but if there's one thing I've learned is that pros aren't always the best evaluators of talent. Case in point, that I remember when we picked up Cell, And there were a couple unnamed pros. I'm not going to expose them, but they know who they are. Who told me straight up that they didn't think Cell was good at
All
COD.
of them.
And I
Asom,
was
Cell,
mind-blown. I was
Priesta,
mind-blown. Oh my
every
God.
single one. This guy's an idiot. What the fuck is Tom doing over there? These kids are terrible. Who are these guys? I've never even heard of them. So just because you
No,
never heard
to
of
be
them,
fair-
doesn't... What?
It's tough because
It's
there's
different, man.
bias
Like,
involved there. Yeah,
no,
go ahead, Zen.
it's different, right? So I'd be lying if I told you it's easy for me to give credit, and I'll tell you why. I've been around a pro for 10 years. I'm a fossil in the team. I'm only 23. But like, there was.
Might own that froyo tastes good, doesn't it?
Bro, my bad, yeah.
Froyo be hitting different, but go ahead.
Yeah, sorry. In order
Yeah,
for
that
you,
shit's hitting.
like, you winning something online does not carry nearly as much weight as you coming to LAN and doing it there. And that's the thing is, like, now we're online and things have changed, but like, we've always given credit when a player has shown up and
Yeah.
proved it on LAN.
But
So to be fair, it's tough, man, because like, you have to assume at some point we're going back to LAN.
mhm.
I'm not saying these players won't be good, but like, some of these players have never even played on LAN. They've
Yeah,
never
that's true.
played against. They never played against the green wall in the crowd, fucking screaming when you're on the when you're like, if you hop the defuse, no ninja diffuses versus optic because the whole crowd. And here comes fucking Seth sprinting in the room and killing you off bomb. Like
That's why
like,
that's when you start
people
using
aren't
it to your
prepared for
advantage.
this.
Start using the crowd to your advantage. You play off the crowd. You hit and you hit that diffuse. You make the crowd roar and you get off of it. And you get all of a
so
sudden
it's
the guy
not,
comes flying around the fucking corner.
Yeah, I mean, I think a lot of pros give credit when credit's due. Like me with Vivid, right? Last year he was good in 8s, got a spot.
Yeah.
I always hated. I don't know. I always thought of it as like, you need to prove yourself in a team environment. 8s is not enough. That's sort of like my mindset, and that's why LAN was sort of like the end all be all. It was like, okay, this guy just got through open bracket. I mean, it's also different because it just set up different now, right? Like back then, you had your group stage, and then you can make it through open bracket and make the group stage and play on main stage and shit. Now there's no luxury like that. So
Yeah.
it is a different time. I understand that, but it's just tough to because I mean, like, there's so many talented amateurs, right? There's always going to be talent, but it's like beyond the talent, like what intangibles do they bring? How's their attitude? Like, I'm not going to name any names, but like, there's some top amateurs who I've watched their stream, and just body language alone, like I would lose my fucking mind if I was sitting next to my teammate and he started like noticeably getting angry mid-series. Like that would infuriate me.
There are
So-
pros with the same problem, to be fair. It's not just exclusive to these top amateurs.
That's true. That's true. There's
Yeah, no,
pros
you're
to do
right.
the
Yeah,
same
you're
shit.
not wrong.
I agree to disagree, Zen. I think majority of the time, if a player's good online, they usually are good on LAN. There's very rare occasions where that's not the case. I think where have we seen that?
Hold on. Let's see
Blast?
what Looney's say. Looney's saying funnies in. What did I do, Dan? Let's hear it.
Oh my
What did
God,
I-
here we
Teammates
go.
going at each other.
Yeah, what did I
Drama
do,
alert.
Dan? I want to know what I did here.
Get Dan in here. Dan has to speak. Listen, am I not wrong? Am I not right? Most
But
of the times, Zen, if people are good online, they're good on LAN. Most of the time. Most of the
mean-
time, not all the time.
Can you name
You know.
players with teams that like broke that dynamic? Because it's really hard to. I
dynamic?
think they're like teams that were good online and bad online.
No,
And,
not
like,
teams. I'm talking about individual players.
Even individual players is tough.
Yeah, the
People
only one I
think-
could think
do you
of,
remember-
and it was Blast.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, Rasim, but you came in and he wasn't putting what he was doing online, but at the same time, I didn't think Rasim was like a bad player. He was still okay on LAN. He just wasn't doing what he was doing online. And I don't know what it was. I don't know if he wasn't in the right atmosphere, wasn't in the right, I don't know what it was, but Blast is definitely talented. So it's just weird to see
He also
him.
wasn't on like contender.
What do you think it
teams,
was
though,
with
to be
Blast?
fair.
Just joined your channel.
Let me use this as an example, right?
Yeah.
And you can agree to disagree with me. LAN is different because, like, even in a pro league match online, if you're waking up playing in an apartment every day, it's very, very, very hard to get in the same exact mindset you would be in on a stage. And that's just what it is, right? Like, you roll out of bed, you shower, you walk in to your setup next to your bed. It's a completely different feeling than waking up in that hotel bed, taking the hotel shower, walking to the venue, getting food with your team. It's completely different. So, like,
It is. Although
Like,
it's a
there-
different atmosphere. I just think Blast was putting, I don't know if it was his teams or what. I feel bad for Blast,
He
man.
wasn't teaming with the greatest.
I
players
wish
of all
he
time, to be
came
fair.
back and I wish he doesn't play anymore, right? He's just full blown content creator now.
He's
Yeah,
blowing
I'm
up though,
asking
to be
this time.
fair.
I'm
He
asking
has,
this
he has a
time.
lot of talent. He has
as
a
of
lot
right
of
now,
talent,
yeah.
man. He has a lot of talent, dude. I don't know. What's
what's
up,
up, Dan?
Dan? How you
I'm
doing,
asking
Dan?
this time.
Welcome to the flank.
When it comes to Blast, I kind of agree with you.
Yeah.
What's Blast's role?
I don't know what the fuck his role is. What is his role?
I think that was a problem. I think when he came in,
Good take.
you
Great
didn't really
take.
know. You didn't really know what Blast was with comes role because I think in this game early on he showed he was really good.
He couldn't find his niche.
When it was him, Neptune, Haggy, and Desi, right? For like a short span, they were really good. I'm like, I think he finally found like he might be a main AR. But then during this season, he after showing good with an AR, he said he didn't want to run an AR this season in Cold War before he like switched to content creator. So I never kind of knew what Blast, when I'm looking at Blast, what role is he? And I think that's probably why he struggled. It was kind of hard to plug him into a team knowing what he wanted to run.
Yeah, no, now that I think about it, Dan, and as soon as you said it, a light bulb clicked in my fucking head. He doesn't have a role. What the heck did he even run? He ran an AR some events, a sub some events. I hate when players are like, I'm not running that. Fucking run it.
I think that's where he kind of struggled. It could have also been expectations. It could have also been expectations from like, because who did he come with? He came into World War II. He started to play variant with, it was Desi.
Wasn't he with Dashy?
And no, I'm saying like there was like a group in the beginning of World War II and Pharaoh, right?
I don't remember.
Yeah,
I think like those three came together. Like, all right, no. I'm just saying like they came at the same time. Like, all right, we're all gonna transfer over at the beginning of World War II. And I think you saw quickly, obviously, Pharaoh's talent, RP, legend. Literally, like he even proved me wrong. Tommy, I will agree with you when it comes to people not giving credit. The star, I was just like, I don't know about like I thought honestly, I don't know how it was you guys. I wasn't a part of the S&D, but I thought Blast and Desi were gonna have more potential than Farah.
See, and I was the opposite.
I didn't play a lot of S&D.
Yeah.
I heard a lot about Desi.
Yeah.
A lot about Desi. So I knew Desi was gonna be good. Farah, I heard a lot of mixed opinions on.
I loved him.
And he's the one that came out and was like the prodigy, right? As Lamar says, like absolute prodigy. Beat me for his first event win. So I do agree when it comes to like pros and not instantly giving these players credit, but it's also kind of what Zin says, where depending on your experience, there is different times now, but depending on your experience and especially your come up, depending on how harsh people are or pros are to your come up, and Tommy, I think you went through this, and Ghost people gave you a lot of shit, especially
they
like
all
Nameless,
did.
right?
I see Nameless in the viewer list, you bitch.
So I think that's why you personally also like are down to giving people their credit because you wanted people to give your credit early on, right? So
I wanted respect.
On your come up too, like I didn't get my respect till I put it on. I did it on LAN. So it's kind of like the same. I think it's kind of like it depends on your experience, and I'm sure Zinni came up around the same time too, where like you had to prove it on LAN before pros gave you your credit. So I think that's kind of also a thing when it comes to wanting to give respect to these players and be like, no, they will be nasty, but it is different times. So
I'll use my first ever LAN event as an example, right? So 2012, it was a UMG Chicago LAN or UGCF. So something in Chicago. My SOAR team played COL first round. So it was Pat, Krim, Teep, and I think it was Too Quick or Fears. And we beat them.
What event?
Chicago, like
they had Fears. They had Fears.
Okay,
they had Fears that event.
So we beat them first round at the event, right? And I can just tell you right then and there, you were to ask Aches and Krim, beating that team online compared to doing that on LAN is two different things. Like, they'll give you the credit because you did it on LAN. If you did it online, it's like, oh, who gives a fuck? They beat me in online 2K or something like that. It's just very different. Like,
yeah,
like I mean,
it's kind of
like you had an open bracket. Like you had a chance to make it and compete against these pros and prove yourself. Now it's a lot more difficult. Obviously, it's like different divisions and it's different, but it is harder. Like I'm very like I can be pretty stubborn with giving people credit, and I'm very aware of that. And that's just because of I always thought you had to prove something in a tournament setting on LAN before it, and you know we're in different times now. So
here's what I'll say though. Now actually the onus on that is on the GMs and the coaches to go to the players and say, hey, we've been scouting Standing now for 6 or 7 months. This guy's nasty. What do you think? So I think there's less pressure on the pros now to be like up on understanding who or what and when and challengers and trying to make the moves there. And it falls more on coaches and the scouting departments to find these players and work with the pros to figure out if they're going to be a good personality fit. I don't know if you agree or disagree with that.
I just think we still have enough spots. If you were to put every amateur who thinks they should be in the league, they'd wipe out all the current pros. Everybody's a top amateur. Like all the top 6 challenger teams all think they're God's gift, and maybe some more than others. But it's like, I've never thought that just because you're good in challengers, you deserve a spot in the pro league. Like that's never the way I looked at it.
But
Like,
it's also
you
like,
deserve eyes on you, but like
yeah.
if you were to take every talented amateur who showed promise in the league and put him in the league, there'd be no fucking pros left.
Yeah. But
So
it's
what-
also situational, though. And like, there's certain players that I watch them, and you don't even need to see what they're doing, like what numbers are dropping and how they're playing. You could just visually watch them, how they move around the map, their self-awareness, their shot, like their skill, like their talent. That's why there's certain like Pharaoh, for instance. I played with Jay when I was 13, 14. I played with him when I was just a kid, when I was still in high school. Dude, I played with him when I was so young. And bro, like I play with him every day, so I just know his presence on the map when I play with him. Like that guy was just unreal, which is why like I knew what his talent, like what he brought.
That's
to the,
different though. You had first-hand
No,
experience of playing with him.
I'm gonna fuck it. The lightning is about to blow up my fucking. I'm losing my shit.
Looking nice over there, Tom.
Dude, last time this happened, bro, my setup blew up. No crap. Like, dude, a fucking lightning bolt hit my balk. And
Wait,
my
what?
lightning
He's
bolt
back in Jersey.
hit no over here.
No, here.
No.
A lightning bolt hit my balcony and my whole setup just blew up. It went dark. And I don't know. I'm a little nervous. I hope we don't lose power, man. I really don't hope we
Well,
lose
that's why
power.
you get an uninterruptible power supply, like I convinced Craig.
Oh my god, here we go again.
You're
Yeah.
a fucking geek.
Damn, the power supply in there, Crim 6. Like, come on, man. What's wrong with you?
If you wire it through your closet up to your ceiling and around the fan, you're gonna have an optimal
Well, it
setup for
prevents
your
you
live
if you get
setup.
a power surge from frying your network card, then your PC's shocked. But it's all
Bro,
good.
I was laughing before when Dan was talking too, because somebody in the chat said Dan sounds like Mahaj, and I don't know if you guys know who Mahaj is, but that instantly made me laugh because I was once he said that, and I started listening. Bro, Dan, you sound so much like my friend Mahaj. I don't know if you guys know who he is.
Yeah, roleplay, the roleplay server, right?
Yeah, the roleplay server. Yeah, Mahaj. He streams on Exposed's Twitch. You know how Exposed does like the gambling stuff?
Yeah.
He streams late night on Exposed's channel sometimes. He'll like go watch him one day. Preview. Yeah, I see, bro. You're the one who said it. Bro, that instantly made me laugh. So I wasn't laughing at when Dan was talking. I wasn't laughing at what Dan was saying. I was just laughing at that because you actually do sound a lot like him. So that shit was kind of funny to me. But yeah, man, Dan, what do you think about these roster changes? Do you think they were good changes?
Ooh, damn, putting me on this spot.
Yeah, bro. Welcome to the flank. How you doing?
Holy.
You know it gets hot in here, bro. If you join in, it's hot.
Hot seat, brother.
Which one was the first one announced?
We got the
LAP's
Venom.
one,
Yeah, let's
right?
get go Venom first. I really hope Don lands back on his feet too, because Don's an absolute unit beast, bro.
I think it's one of those cases where you knew Don was probably going to be the scapegoat. So unfortunate with him.
100%.
I think a lot. This is one thing I did mention, and I don't think it's getting enough. It's not being talked about. Why not Draza?
Yeah, I mean,
You re-sign Draza, and isn't that the role he plays?
yeah.
Why not Draza?
Maybe they don't think highly of him.
I feel like that wasn't talked about a lot. Like people forgot that Draza is signed.
Oh, it was,
Yeah,
it was a big thing in the community.
It was a
today.
big
People were
thing.
like,
I saw people
WTF.
talking about it, but they probably just like. I mean, it's kind
To
of
be
like
fair,
self-explanatory.
he's been running flex because I teamed with him a little bit. Like he's been running flex, so maybe there was like, you know what?
Yeah, but they
Venom
have experience for
doing an
teaming with him
SMG.
last year, and he did a lot to change that team last year.
Yeah, I mean, who knows?
Especially in search.
I mean, yeah, I mean, maybe it's like
I'm
we
not
talked
saying
about earlier.
I'm not
maybe,
saying that
they will
Venom's
bring
not-
him in.
Venom
No.
might be a big pickup. It's just shocking that you don't go to your immediate bench and pick him up. That's all I'm saying.
Well, maybe they're
Venom
thinking-
has probably shown way more of this game.
They probably
Yeah,
just think
that's
he's
what I'm
better.
saying.
They probably
And
just
that's
think he's
probably
better.
what they're doing. But
Yeah.
I
Probably-
kind of feel bad for Draws in that aspect.
They probably think
But-
they're like,
no,
okay,
no.
like we know what Jawza brings. We've seen him play. This Venom guy could be next up, maybe. So like, maybe it's just one of those where
Yeah.
it's like it's kind of like we were just talking about Nato, right? And it's like Nato should be picked up, but all these teams are obsessed with like these new. I don't want to say no names, but like
no,
not
yeah.
former pros. So it's just like
This is
okay,
what happens, right?
let's give this guy a shot because we don't necessarily know his ceiling. Saints can be as good as he wants, but like we all know Saints, so maybe this guy will be the next fucking Sith.
Yeah,
Like,
I don't know if they're blindly picking up people like that though. They're showing promise. It's like it's an educated decision. It's not just like throwing. You know what I'm saying?
I've talked about kind of where Zenny's hinting at.
But
with
Nato
this, with
deserves to
Pac-Man.
come up. Nato
right?
deserves it.
Yo, I want to hear you saying. Go ahead.
Goonjar is my boy, right?
Yeah.
At one point in Ghost, he was like the most sought after AR, right?
Mm-hmm.
And year in, year out, he's overlooked in some of these rosters before franchising, right?
Yeah.
And it's just because you have time behind your belt. Like you have history, right? And I feel like Nato kind of during this suffered from that. He has history. No matter how good he's doing now, any of this, he just has that history attached to him. If Gunjar was fresh 18, 2 years, 3 years ago, how talented he is, he probably gets picked up. Nato, if he is 18 doing what he was doing, he's probably a no-brainer. But just because he has like history and he's been in the scene, especially for like a franchise, like you said, they're just probably trying to get the next Simp, the next Abizi. When you have history like that, it's very tough. And I think that's kind of what happened with Nato and not being one of these options for some of these franchise teams.
Yeah, he also has a history of winning though, and being a top player. You know what I'm saying?
I know. I would 100%
so it goes both ways. It's one of those things where it's an educated decision.
Last year, he was benched. Not a good look, right?
Not a good look.
I suffered that too. I'm just saying he was benched, and then I think he got brought back. Did Nato get brought back right before or no? Or once he was benched, was he done?
I don't remember. I just like the thing I'm seeing with him now, Dan. I just see a different Nato.
Oh no, I do. I do too.
The fact that, and that's why I'm saying you got to make educated decisions. When I see Nato getting on every day, he's not just bullshitting around. He cares a lot. He's passionate. He's always in eights, always trying to play. He's probably playing eights more than anybody I've ever saw. He's always in eights playing.
He's always been like that, though. That's always been Nato.
Yeah.
That's not
true. Not true.
I'm not disagreeing with you. I'm not.
Nato, dude. Nato's had times
been great
where
this year, bro. Nato's my boy as well. I think Nato deserves a team. But you guys saw my tweet earlier. I said I'm changing my alias, using a voice changer, and telling people I'm 18. I'll be back in no time. And it's fucking facts. Because if you saw this gameplay coming from me with a voice changer and a fake webcam box, I promise you, I get 12 team offers fucking tomorrow. Because the gameplay's not the problem.
You think so? I don't think it's a gameplay.
Oh, Tom, you've seen the gameplay.
You're phenomenal.
Methods have been around for a while. So just watch, just wait. Tomorrow you're gonna see fucking Frank Castle come up. Yo, there's this new top am named the Punisher, and here he fucking is, Anthony Zinni. And you guys have no idea. Voice changer, new stream, new alias. Just wait, I'll be back.
Yeah, that's fucking comedy, bro. That's actually comedy.
Except when he's in the chat for that.
Yo, can you imagine if you completely changed your whole you made a whole new Twitter handle, you had like a voice changer, not a big voice changer, a little one where people couldn't tell it was a voice changer, you know, like actually just change your voice, change your gamer tag.
What's going on?
Build a team, and then you come up, and then the minute you get back in the league, you go right back to methods, bro. You expose it. You're like, I'm fucking back. That would be nuts. That would actually be a crazy. You should write a book.
Yeah, no, I would need to. I'll figure it out. I'm gonna need to calculate it and like still send out tweets and still stream. It's gonna be tough, man. I'll have to like pre-record gameplay and then stream it on methods as if I'm live. At the same time, I'm streaming under the Punisher alias, and people are fucking mind blown. Can't be methods. He's streaming, and little do they know, there I am.
That's crazy, bro. That's a crazy outlook, bro. I've never even noticed it. But I will say, there's a lot of young talent, and Nato obviously just looks really good right now. I just feel bad for Nato because I see the extra work that he's putting in, and I just feel like he's playing really well. I thought Nato might be seen on Paris a little bit. Maybe go to Paris.
Paris is good. Paris is good.
Yeah, they're good. But
Paris shouldn't do anything right now. They seem to get reps.
Wait, Paris.
Who's their sub?
Especially in scrims, probably fucking Dylan McGee.
Who's their sub though?
It's probably Theory, Dylan McGee.
And that's my fucking point. Put him on the bench.
I mean, listen, we've all seen, I guess, publicly what some teams are doing. I think the reason some teams have their coaches on the sub spot is simply to save money. I mean, that's pretty. There's no other reason to have your coach in the sub spot than let's save an extra $50K. You know what I mean? So obviously, I mean, COVID businesses are taking it.
And especially with 14-day contracts.
Yeah, exactly. So like, why would to the defense of Seattle or whoever, like, we don't have to have a sub. We can sign into a 14-day contract and pay him whatever the fuck we want. You know what I mean?
True.
It's
that is true.
Just throwing that out there, not my decision before I get roasted.
Oh yeah. Look, yeah. If I'm you, I'm fucking sitting there. Listen, Nubsy.
I don't know. The Joey Nubsy thing blows my mind, bro. I feel like you guys could get somebody, bro.
Well, honestly, I didn't even think about what Dan just said. The 14, it makes sense. Why give someone the guaranteed 50K when you can try out 4 different amateurs if you really wanted to on 14-day contracts? There's no.
The flip side.
Are we talking like these guys don't have millions, some billions of dollars?
Well,
I mean, who knows what
who gives a fuck about 50,000? It's nothing to them.
Let Ben speak.
To be fair, so there's two sides of the argument, right? Anyone who's managing a business or is involved with a business these days understands that COVID has changed a lot about how the economy works. And Obviously, thanks to the federal government, they're offering loans if you're saying, hey, we're going to use this to cover payroll. So a lot of people are just sneaking by, getting by until the world opens back up. I would argue that the 50K is worth it because it gives you the security and securing the player that you want to hedge on should you have roster problems. That's my opinion.
That was
Maybe
my exactly.
A lot of owners may not necessarily want to operate
That's
that
a
way.
win.
Again, there might be budget constraints. You have an
That's a
annual,
win.
That's a win.
Annual-
That's a win.
annual operating plan, and you're limited to what you can spend. But I agree. Like you can play the 14-day game, but the downside of that is suddenly everybody's in the market for the same player, and you're having to pitch on why that person should join you.
For instance,
it's a little
Venom,
bit of a
right?
calculated risk.
Say Seattle in the beginning of the year had Venom as a sub. Say, Dan, I'm just using you as an example. Say you guys just fucking lose out. You lose fucking, you go 0-20. You guys suck dick. And you guys need to make a change. Now you have Venom on the bench. But now Venom's signed. So now you guys are screwed. You know what I'm saying? It was just an example, guys. Honestly, Dan, you guys look great, by the way. You guys look a lot better.
I think that's exactly why LATs pulled the trigger so soon. A lot of people were saying keep giving them a chance. They can work it out, and they're just like, nah, we want a player, and I think it's because Austin, Kenny, and Tej experienced that last year and not getting a player they really wanted right away.
Yeah.
When they were struggling, when they initially bench ACAP, I want to say.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think it has to do with that too. It's like you said, the top AMs right now are gonna start getting pulled, which they already are. So
100%.
That is true.
Oh, dude, it's starting to thunder. Oh my God, it's getting loud, guys. It's getting loud.
It's also like during COVID, like teams obviously don't want to spend more money, right? So let's say, we'll use me as an example, right? Like let's say a different team wanted me. They have to make a trade or buy me out. So it's like, fuck that.
Or the team buys you out.
Let's go
That's
try.
also another option.
Listen, I'm just saying, like, it's a lot easier just to sign an amateur to a 14-day contract and try him or whatever, than go through all the hoops to get like someone else. But
I think
with all in all, we need more teams, bro. That's simply it. We need more teams in the league.
With a league of teams that paid $25 million to come in here, they are not broke. They got money. And if we're gonna make this league professional, put some professional caliber players on your bench, just like real sports. The real sports could do the same shit. They could go sign somebody to a 2-week fucking contract and go pick somebody up in the minors. What do you mean, who?
Hold on. I want to go off on this for a sec.
To play
Go
devil's
ahead,
advocate real quick, like just because a team has money doesn't mean they're making money. So like, at some point, like obviously COVID fucked everything, right? We're supposed to have in-person events and all this, so like you have to assume
I'm gonna
all
lose
these
power. I'm gonna lose power. No, my balcony is shaking. It is actually shaking.
Let's talk about this, right?
Yeah,
Esports is a promising industry.
Yo.
I have been on the team side of the business. I will tell you that at very few teams, if any, top-level orgs are at the end of the year making revenue. They're in the green. It is very hard. It is a hard comparison to pro sports because pro sports is two revenue streams the esports teams don't have. They don't have consistent ticket sales because they're not doing 85 home games a season. So you don't have season tickets and hospitality and all that. And you also don't have a massive, insane media rights deal that everybody's eating from.
And merchandise, bro. Think about the amount of
and
NFL.
Merchandise too.
My dad asked for a Methodist jersey. I said no. I said you will not be seen wearing that jersey. This is not like it's just not that type of jersey. Dad, I'm gonna get you a hoodie instead.
Yeah, I wanna just warn the chat real quick. The wind has really kicked up, so I might lose power. I lost power last time this happened,
safe, brother.
So I'll be all right. But I could lose power. So if the stream randomly goes off, I'm sorry, but we can continue. I'm trying to get Dylan in here, by the way, too. But you guys can continue.
And Poopa, by the way, I meant revenue, man. Like there are teams, there have been historical teams in esports that like it's money in and I don't know, well, it's money out and I don't know where the money's coming in at all, zero. There are teams that are making money in, your big orgs, but they're not making a profit because it's still a tough business. But that being said, Okay, we pumping my headshot. It's a very professional headshot. Come on.
It's a good headshot. I like it. It's just the phase up
we
that
use
gets
that
me.
index. We use that index. It's a good headshot.
It's the phase up that gets
Very
me.
professional. You're throwing a face clan.
No,
yeah,
no,
well, that's not the one we use. There's another headshot.
Okay.
Honestly, bro. Honestly, though,
Yeah.
you look good in this. You actually do look really good. I like the scruff. I like the smile. Like the hair looks good. Like you look really good in this. Yeah, no, it is a good photo. I'm gonna use this.
I miss her office, man. It's the good times.
Yeah, no,
Pre-COVID.
you look happy, bro. Like you look happy. You're the fucking
That's
man,
okay.
Ben. You're the absolute
Thank you.
fucking man. I love you.
Listen, Din's been to our office. He knows our office is sick.
It is dope. Nice little holiday party there.
Yeah, way to go. That was when that photo was taken. Din. That was at the holiday party.
I'm trying to get fucking Dylan in here, bro.
I have a question. Has there been a pro to pro like trade in since franchising?
Is there a what?
There's been pro
Like,
for
has
cash
two-
trades, but no pro to pro trades, I believe.
It's only the Pristini one.
But that was for cash. If
Yeah, I
there was
know.
cash exchange at all.
Yeah.
So there's only been M's picked up, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I think what happened last year, Dan, is a couple of teams that wanted to make trades were at caps. So like their
No, I know.
flexibility
Well,
of
that's what
making
I'm
those
saying.
moves were tough.
Yeah,
And
that's
when
why
the-
M's get picked up so easily.
Yeah.
No, 100%. Bro, we talk about that all the time, Ben. How like a trade for trade situation is like the hardest thing ever.
It's just because it's always viewed as a winner and loser.
But it's hard in
right.
pro
Yeah.
sports. It's hard in pro sports. Let me give you guys a little bit inside baseball.
Oh, good one. Trade from NYSL, but again, that was a weird one. We want to talk about that one.
Inside baseball, right? You guys ever wonder why like trade negotiations become public or transfer stories become public in pro sports? Because generating leverage for these moves is like incredibly difficult, and these teams have realized the way to do it is you just got to draw it out over 3 or 4 months to actually get in a good negotiating position. Esports is even harder because your window for those opportunities is way smaller. You don't have a 162 game season or an 82 game season.
Yeah.
You're playing max 20 or 30 games a year over 3 or 4 months. So it's really, really tough to actually find a partner and make a deal that makes sense for everyone.
No draft picks. Yeah, I can't trade you a draft.
Yeah, you don't have other
pick,
assets.
Yeah,
Wait,
you're right.
Just
I'm giving
cash.
Dylan the info and he's saying that it's not working. It's definitely.
That
Oh,
definitely
wait,
works.
try that, Dylan. Dylan, try that. That should
Oh,
work.
yo, all right, yo, ban this guy.
What?
Ask Looney about the Mookie Betts trade. I heard about the sign too.
Wait,
Thank
Dan,
you, Boston.
wait, Dan, is there any bad body language stories for me or something? Because you were saying
Okay,
wait
nah,
when I
okay,
started.
all right.
Because I'm curious.
Listen. CWO Nola, right?
Oh wait,
CWO Nola,
I
right?
just heard Mookie Betts trade. Thanks for sending him to the Dodgers.
Dylan, Pat's in the building. What's
You're
going on,
welcome.
Attach? Welcome to the flank for the first time.
Hold on, real quick, Dan. Dylan,
listen.
welcome. Just let's see. Dan has a story about me. It's
Yes,
Oh,
dude.
let's hear this, let's
Talking
hear
about
this.
body language, talking about this whole like, oh, my teammate did this next to me, blah blah blah, right?
oh
Right.
shit.
We're
Never mind, it's commercial
CWO. We're about to play Echo Fox, right? Gunless got dropped by them, right? We're about to play them.
Yeah.
I usually did the vetoes. But, Pierce comes to me. He's like, "Yo, listen, bro. I don't want to play them on CTF Forest. Vicento sneaks a lot, and I don't want to deal with it. So don't. It's a veto Forest, right? So we're up 2-0. We play CTF Docks. I think this is the second time I personally play it. Obviously, that was my auto veto that year. We lose it. Bad.
Base map, you're not wrong.
And Zinni's up in flames.
Oh,
Why the fuck are we
shit.
playing that map? Why the fuck are we playing? Why the fuck did we veto Forest? I keep in mind, like, we are still in the series where it's 2-1, and he's just screaming, like, why the fuck did we just play that? We're vetoing CTF Forest because Vicento's gonna fucking sneak. Are you kidding me?
To be fair,
Bro,
I
I
agree
was
with my
like-
sentiment, but I agree. Wrong time.
I was like, bro,
So impre-
what?
I'm such an amateur. It's fucking disgusting for me. No composure. We won that series, did we not?
Yeah, we won.
Yeah.
Thank
closed out
God.
the next
Oh
map.
yeah.
Thank God.
I remember that. That's when I had that crazy 1v2 on Doc Search with the pistol.
You were doing
That's
this
all
shit
got-
mid-series?
But I was just like, bro, how are you complaining
Unacceptable,
about
man.
vetoes
No,
like
listen, bro, to
mid-series,
be
my
fair,
guy?
I
was-
hate mid-series bitching. I
There's only
hate it.
3 CTF
No,
maps
listen,
in that game. It
listen.
wasn't that easy either.
I'm a self-aware guy. Unacceptable. I apologize for that, Dan. I've grown and matured through my
That's
days.
one thing I always hated about teammates or just something. It's like, bro, just don't blame the vetoes, man. Like, if you really don't want to play something, just say it before. Don't say it afterwards. You know what I'm saying? Like, come on, just don't blame the
To be
vetoes.
fair, the
Yeah, right.
CTF maps.
But
in
to
that
be
game were not
fair,
that good.
Pierce, dude, I'm scared of Pierce, man. All it takes.
Why
He's
do you
saying we're
think
not
I
playing.
banned it, Zin?
Yeah,
Why do you think I banned
If
it?
Pierce is saying we're not playing something, I'm gonna get damn right, Pierce. You're right.
Yeah,
Ban it.
it's out of here.
Ban it.
Yeah, you dad's gotta let Pierce rock, man. Dead ass. Big P, you don't play the fuck around. I've teamed with Big P. He scared me
Big P,
too.
he's an intimidating
Scared
guy.
me too.
Yeah,
That
I used to see him do
was
some crazy
so
shit.
fucking good at that game that if he told me to bark like a dog, I'd have been on my knees. Ruff, ruff, I would have been going nuts.
Listen, bro, we got 2 FaZe members that team with them, but let's not talk about the way they played the game with Big P. Sheesh.
Who, me?
Sheesh.
My hand, I was in a
We're
fucking
wrapping up
cast.
all
I was in a
bro.
cast.
Oh man.
Wait,
I had a cast on my hand.
Yo,
We
if Tommy
want-
didn't have assist in his wrist, that's literally 4 more chips to each of our names.
I was
don't-
I was
I
the
don't wanna
best
hear it.
host in the game off the rip after
wanna hear it.
Placento. After Placento.
Yeah, don't
H-
disrespect Price.
After
I don't
Price
wanna hear it.
Placento.
Patrick Price won an event with a fucking half a hand. I've never seen something like that. His hand was destroyed and he somehow won the event. You gotta tip that.
That's tippable.
You gotta tip that.
But that's
all-time
cap.
great.
That's cap. He
All-time
dragged the
great.
fuck out of that. He dragged the fuck out of that.
What? Wow.
Oh,
Intel.
fuck
Wow.
it.
He had a
Tommy's
little
a
tiny
hater.
cut at the bottom. It didn't
Tommy's
affect
a
anything.
hater.
It didn't affect anything, bro. That was a
Yeah,
little.
but
He
Get
had to
in the
stay-
call.
no,
Get
he had to
Pat in
stay
the
up all
call.
night and
That
get
was-
stitches.
Jetpack.
Like, there's a whole
He
Jetpack.
dragged it. He said, "Look, I got stitches," and we fucking won the event. Get the fuck out of, bro. He had a little tiny cut on his hand. They probably numbed the fuck out of it. He barely. When you use your
Luma.
thumb on the analog stick, that shit's in the air. It's not even touching the control, bro. If his hand was, there's no way that guy. I'm sure it was a little uncomfortable. We'll give it to him, but
Or even built the control freak like
And it's what Ben said. It's kind of like not it's having any sleep because he was at the hospital the whole night.
he had a little boo boo.
And by the way, like
I couldn't move my thumb. My shit was it didn't work.
Tommy to throw me the uplink ball.
I was
Sure,
throwing
To the point.
uplink balls to Dylan. I said I can't throw it. Somebody else is gonna take this shit. We were maneuvering in match. we were changing it. We were changing it up in match.
The better
Well,
not be
first
like
of all,
rap.
Tommy couldn't throw because his hand was hurt. And
Dead
Abel couldn't
ass.
throw uplink balls because he just doesn't have a thumb. Like,
No.
You know,
Th-
something
this
has to
is the
give.
bigger problem. Yeah, they show up to stage
Ian
1.
has the
people
biggest
are
problem of them
snaking.
all.
People are snaking. Dylan has 3 teammates that can't snake.
Oh my
Tommy has
God,
an injury.
bro.
Ian has 1 thumb, and Clay has a super
players a
control,
control
freak
freak,
on.
so he couldn't snake. I was the only one that could snake. We stood no chance.
That's tough.
But the Lumas are coming in. Fuck y'all. You guys love Pat, don't you? You guys love him. You guys love him. Nah, I will give it to him. He got some stitches, which I don't even know how it happened.
I think he got a cut or something from a frame.
Yeah,
I don't know.
I don't think we.
We
I
won't
don't think-
discuss it.
Yeah, I
Let's,
don't-
Dylan's in here though. Let's Dylan, new teammate.
Dylan, how
buddy?
you doing?
What's good, boys? How you doing? I just had a great dinner. You know, now I'm here. I was watching the flank
What'd you have for
before.
dinner?
I'm excited to be on. I had Uchi.
Oh, okay.
What
Best,
is-
best
what is
sushi
Uchi?
in Dallas.
Really?
It's a
Best
sushi
sushi in
spot.
Dallas.
Uchi's
yeah.
a spot that they started in Austin. I went there once and it's incredible.
Oh,
I
wow.
remember the Dallas
It's really
location.
good.
Yo, so Dill,
Interesting.
I know
It hits.
I know you're good friends with Mike. Explain to me,
Oh my God.
just explain to me like how you came to terms with the fact that you're dropping a good friend, and just I guess talk to me about it.
Honestly, I read a Reddit post the other day that said attaching to grow balls, and so I grew some last night. I said I'm dropping every. No, I'm just kidding.
Dropping a whole
But,
squad? Damn, intel. I'll take
nah.
here live on the flank.
But does that mean that you also handpicked Stendy?
No, I think Brian and Jake were like really high on Standy for like a while now, and then he's just been playing really well. So
I think
just gonna
Vinny.
give him a
I think
shot.
Vinny got that done. I think they contacted his
yeah,
agent,
and
Vinny.
Vinny's
Yeah,
been gassing him for years.
I think they contacted the
Vinny's
agent,
definitely
Vinny.
been gassing Standing for
It-
years.
it-
He's
Vinny
been gassing
said
him for 3 years plus.
Yeah,
Dylan,
dude.
Yeah.
Vinny
Can
definitely
Can
got
you
it done.
name me Standy's last 2 teams?
No.
Yeah, he was on Fantastic Four
who?
and Triumph.
Yep, he's right.
With who?
Fantastic Four, that roster.
Yeah.
He was playing with Desi. Who else? Who
Wrong.
else? Wait, he played the
No,
tournament
no,
yesterday
no,
with
no,
Desi.
no,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
what
yeah,
they
yeah,
did first.
Yeah, yesterday.
Yeah,
I want to know
yeah,
the
yeah,
other
the
one.
one.
Oh,
Yeah.
I don't give a fuck about
Yeah,
the
we
other
all-
one. He won MVP yesterday of the tournament yesterday. That's the one I was watching. He was playing with
Okay,
Sib,
uh-huh.
Desi, and Dave Patty, right?
It was an
I
all-time
mean-
amateur series.
I mean,
by
we
the
could
way.
put Dylan on the spot here, but it sounded like the coaches were the one who went out and got him. So it's like,
Yeah, no. To
No, but I think it's a good. I think it's a good pick. Like, it makes sense. Like, it's always good picking up a new, fresh, young talent. We all saw Zin's tweet. Everyone needs to get a voice changer real quick if they want to get picked up. But no,
Facts.
pretty much. Another thing is too, when you look at these challenger players, and this has been a thing for the past 2 seasons, they've played way more tournament and high pressure
Correct.
scenarios than we have. They've been playing tournaments since the second week the game drop. We started playing
Correct.
tournaments 2 months after the game drop. So they've been way high pressure scenarios, and they probably know more than a lot of pros. So that's why I'm definitely not opposed to.
No one knows more than
That
me.
is correct.
Okay, yeah, except for Zin. But
Correct.
Yeah.
Wait, what was I about to say?
That's a
Oh
good
yeah.
point. That is a
To,
good point. The last 2
let's
years,
just-
amateurs have played more COD.
But I guess
Yep.
something to say publicly is like, decisions have truly changed compared to a year or two ago. Like, shit
Yeah,
was
Mark, you'd be
controlled by
benched too.
players for a
Damn.
long time. Like,
That's what it
teams
takes.
made roster changes. Now coaches have a lot more involvement. So coaches, analysts, like
Some of them do.
Yeah,
because
because players made some bad team decisions last year that also.
I mean,
Not every
Whoa.
coach.
I mean, well, no,
That's
it-
facts.
It's
Don't
not
roast
even
me
that.
for
It's just if we're trying to make this more like quote unquote sports, which you can side with whatever side you want
You
on
put a
that.
sub on your bench.
I mean, it's like, yeah, we have a coach and a performance side of things that make decisions like this. Like Alex Rodriguez didn't sit here and fucking make trades. Like maybe, but like like you guys get
I mean,
what I'm saying.
LeBron does.
LeBron's
I knew it.
except-
Yeah,
I knew it.
bro,
I knew it.
LeBron is
Rodriguez just took
LeBron's
steroids.
different. LeBron's different.
Ooh.
Legit, bro.
I love Alex Rodriguez, but I mean, come on, it's happened.
But
but
LeBron is the GOAT, so he does what he wants.
But I mean, yeah.
Yeah,
So
better, King.
Basketball
You
is
could take my
it's a
answer.
weird edge case. You don't have Cristiano Ronaldo negotiating transfers for Juventus. You know what I mean? Like,
Does he?
it definitely does not. Do that. They have an entire scouting. And soccer is crazy with like the way they staff their front
yeah,
offices
I mean,
and
you gotta
scouting.
think about it. They're worldwide.
They
I
got
have
to
to-
scout every league.
I
every
have to
nation.
say,
Go ahead.
it's got to be tough being a coach, man, because unlike traditional sports, like the Call of Duty coaches, a lot of them have been with us for years, like just good friends. So like we're all super close, like coaches, players, whatever. It's not easy to fucking sit there and tell one of your good friends like, "Hey, we're gonna
It's not.
bench you." So like, it is it's tough, man, because like it's not even like you can go to the coaches and be like, "Hey, you shouldn't be hanging out with the players." Like the dynamic in Call of Duty is like we're all close. Like it's near impossible for you to tell a coach like, "Hey, you can't hang out with the team anymore." It's
So
just
would you say it's a friendship league?
No, listen.
Ooh.
Nah, man. Listen. There's a top am looking for my chance. Like I don't know what. Like everybody sees what I'm
Wait, Zin,
producing.
you and I are pretty good friends.
Yeah, dude, that's what's disgusting
And you
to me.
dropped
No,
him.
that must speak a lot. No.
Damn.
That must speak a lot because I have friends everywhere, and I got a bunch of friends sitting here watching me here and doing nothing about it. It's actually fucking disgusting.
Oh.
Wait, I bought a T-shirt from you.
Thank you. Better raise a head.
So did I.
But I mean, yeah,
I'm
like,
2 for 2 on drops.
it's like you think you have all these friends, and there you are on the substitute spot, and no one's hitting my
So
line. I mean,
maybe it's not a friendship league, Zinni.
yeah, exactly. Or maybe I'm so shit that even though we're good friends, they can't even justify it. Which I mean, I don't think it's that. You guys see what I'm producing. I'm pretty self. Listen, I'll be honest. If I was shit and I promise you guys, if I thought I couldn't compete, I'd be long gone. I'd be on the desk. I'd be doing
But Tommy-
full-time content. I'd be doing something. Well, Tommy had an injury. Tommy's a
Well,
little
yeah,
different.
yeah.
The day-
Whoa. Slow your
No,
roll,
I'm saying
Dan.
with Tommy as in
No,
there.
no,
they're a
yeah,
good
yeah,
casting
I know what
duo.
Dan meant.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh,
you
yeah,
come,
oh,
you
well,
come
oh,
join.
Get off my
oh,
sack.
You
oh,
come
they
join
said-
me.
okay.
You come join me
Wait,
on the
Tom,
flank.
Wait,
Yeah,
Tom,
we need you to
Look,
clarify that,
look, I
okay?
got a
We-
third spot for you
we-
right over here.
We'd be
I
great,
like
but no,
this. I endorse this move.
for real. If I
A special guest.
thought
Yeah,
I
bro.
couldn't compete, or if I was playing the game and I knew like, okay, I'm not as good as I used to be, I'd walk away. But like, I genuinely think this was like one of my best games, and that's why obviously I'm still I'm losing my mind in challengers. I gotta be honest. It is fucking miserable, man.
Wait,
I'm
what
playing-
is the day? Wait, can you explain? What's the day in the life of a
Yeah,
Challengers
dead
player?
ass. What's it
Actually,
like down there?
I feel like
Zen?
everyone probably wants to know.
First off, all these challengers chalk scrims within 2 minutes of your scrim time, like nearly every day. So I'm barely getting scrims in. I have a new team every 2 days. It's just a sketch fest. And then when you play a tournament, it's a legitimate host war. There's no neutral server. It's like, all right, whoever has cable in the worst location on our team, go take host.
Okay, so I was talking about this yesterday, actually, right? With the whole sketch thing.
Yeah.
The thing about it, though,
That's
which
funny.
is sad to say, I understand it, though. And it's solely because of franchising, right? So back then, you would make an amateur team, and it was hopes that you, as a group, make it into the pro league, whether it's by relegation and whatnot, right? But now, since you're just gonna get poached, does it really matter what team you're on? Obviously, you want that team to be successful, so that puts you above other AMs. But like, you're gonna get poached. Like that team's gonna get poached. It's not like all 4 of you guys are coming up and you're picked up on a team. So that's why all these players are just sketching on each other. They just want an instant success to get some limelight.
Let me add another layer on top of this.
Oh, another layer.
Burns basically tweeted something about this, like asking the same question, and my response was, so like in the past, right? Last year there were a lot of challengers events. If you're an AM, right, you're not going to pay to fly to every event, so you get an org to provide funding so you can be able to attend every event. You don't have that this year, so there's no need to sign to an org. So players are not stuck on these buyouts. They're not stuck trying to get off of contracts. So they have this like max flexibility that we haven't seen before, and has been prevailing in other.
We've seen it before.
Wait.
2013.
Some
when it was
amateurs
a
are
long
signed.
time ago.
No.
No, some amateurs are signed, and some amateurs have been, I guess,
Significantly less than another
temporarily
year or
held
so.
back because, like, these amateur teams, right? Like, first off, I don't know, what's an amateur organization competing? I don't know. Let's say Triumph, right? So any of these players signed to Triumph or BBG, they're getting paid a decent amount of money. But if they get a pro league offer, that org can say, hey, we want 100K, we want 50K, we want 25K, and all it like that's off-putting if you're an organization. Like, you want an up-and-coming amateur? I'm not fucking paying 50K for essentially a shot in the dark.
Yeah,
sure it's calculated, but it's like I'm not making that investment when there's another guy who's just as comparable and not signed to a team. So it's like,
the thing about that though, Zen, is they are an M org, and like they would get roasted if that was public information. And that kind of reminds me of what happened when we picked up Dylan and Ghost and how we did it.
Yeah, someone tried to stop my career before it started.
Stop him from. So like that's kind of what happened to that org.
Hey, what happened with Dylan?
But you don't remember that in Ghost, Tommy, when there was a draft?
Yeah, we had to finesse our way in the draft because the team wanted to pick me up. Yeah, we dropped Brian Sate, my coach now.
No.
And the team wanted to pick me up to bench me so I couldn't play in the league.
And everyone in the league knew that he would have start on our roster, but a team wanted to pick him up to put him on the bench.
That's not right.
And
that's not right at all.
And then that team got roasted, and then luckily, regardless, we finessed the system. We got we got first pick. But that I think what happened to that org, right? Say someone comes and says, "Yo, we want Pentagram, right? BBG," and BBG tries to finesse and be like, "Yo, we want 100K." Like, you're really stopping this kid to finally be on a pro team. Like, not gonna stop him. Yeah, you might get your money back from a salary, but I think they would get roasted bad if that was heard.
Wait, who was that team that was trying to lock Dylan up?
We won't.
Justice.
Oh,
Justice?
right.
What a bunch of bitches.
Yeah, they tried to lock me up.
The fuck is that shit?
Kareem blessed us. So pretty much what Kareem did, or what the rules were for MLG, was that if you dropped a player and you only had 3 players on your roster confirmed for the league, you automatically get the first pick in the draft. And they just read that somewhere and did that. Sorry, Brian Saint, get smoked. And then I got picked up, and we kind of took over the online league.
I like that, bro.
And to start, bro, Brian Saint was getting dropped. We didn't want Brian Saint before that event. We wanted Dylan. We wanted Dylan.
Damn, Brian Saint is getting shit on right now.
No. He just wasn't the first option. Dylan was. But Dylan didn't want to leave. What team were you on?
Story of my life.
I was on Cursed Orange with Mud Dog, Coaster,
Damn, Brian. Fuck, man.
Surviving squad.
And then we picked up Brian, and then Dylan became available. So that it is what it is.
Brian,
man.
they don't give a fuck, Brian.
Sorry, Brian, if you're in here.
Damn, Brian, they said forget you.
World champion, yeah. Before he was a world champion.
I like that.
Fools are calling him late, bro. Is this the new thing?
It's a thing in my chat. It's a thing in my chat.
Yeah.
Nah, my chat goes crazy. It started with Len. It started with Len.
I have a question.
Dude, that shit's
I'm loony,
comedy.
so what happens?
No, wait, I'm not.
I start with an L.
Then you're Woony.
No, you're double
I'm
L.
only
Looney.
You're loony with 2 L's. You're loony with 2 L's.
Smokes.
You're Lalooney.
You're Lalooney. Lalooney. You're Lalooney.
Yeah, you're Lalooney.
That's crazy. Yo, the chat's eating it up. You guys are eating it up, man.
Should we take some questions from the chat?
Yeah. So you guys, go ahead. We got more.
I'm sure there were, because I think there was a couple. talk about this. What was the like? Was it always going to be Priesta as a flex, or was there opportunity where you were going to switch to that role?
Yeah,
Nah,
well, I
it was
mean, our
always it was
coach.
just
That was
always
always gonna
pressing
be
the
pressure.
flex.
Dude,
this is-
why was
this is
I never
repping
made a
here.
flex?
Oh,
Yeah,
I
repping-
wanted to be a
repping
flex
here.
5 times in my career. It never happened. It never fucking no. Shut the fuck up.
You were still putting on ARs and S&D anyway. Like,
S&D,
What did,
it's different.
Yeah, SND, like, come on, it's different in respawn and SND.
What did
It
Rippin
is
say about this,
different.
Dylan? Is he saying, "Yo, I'm happy to have our players here in market. We're building a winning culture to make an optimal team here at version 1. We play as one here at version 1 and Minnesota Rocker. We have our players in market in Texas, even though we're from Minnesota. So, glad to have Standy, a promising talent, joining us in market.
who represented Minnesota Rocker in the scouting series?
Flight was just canceled. Yeah, so we used the scouting series back in December to scout Standy, and we've had him on our radar ever since. So glad to bring this talent up to our roster to make it more to make it optimal for us. And
It did. Yo, he kind of sounds like Castro a little bit. No cap.
yeah, that's just my. So I have a suit voice, and every time I act like a suit, it's the same voice. So like, keep that in mind whenever you hear that. I'm just acting like a full-on suit.
I like that, man. I like
so,
that.
good
Yeah, let's.
question from
We're
the chat.
yeah, we're gonna
Yeah,
ask.
let's get
so
some questions.
we're gonna get some
Let's get
questions
some
in the
questions.
chat, man, to end it
I
off.
got a question.
Let's get some questions popping.
Go ahead.
So the question from the chat, you guys obviously saw the rumor banging around on Twitter today that the next game is going to be a World War II game. What are your guys' thoughts on that?
I mean,
I'm
do I
back.
need to
I
say-
think we bring it
I think
back.
we got a
I think
lot
we
of
bring the
fans
fans boys back.
Do I
Chris?
even now? Do I
Dog?
even need to say anything
Tom?
about?
I'm back.
Oh wait, is that the 3 tri-stat category leading MVP, Zinni?
I mean, you're literally looking at the number 1 stat leading MVP of CW Atlanta, and obviously, real quick, man.
Wait, I'm exposing
can't
you.
even-
Hold up.
And Mooney dropped
I'm
you.
exposing
Mooney dropped you
Let me
after
finish
that.
first. I need
Let
to
me finish
expose
first.
you.
Okay,
for a
go ahead.
second.
Okay,
Let him
okay,
go. Let him
let me-
go.
let me finish
Let him
first.
finish.
Yeah.
I can't even begin to tell you the heartbreak when this happened, right? So I get dropped from Rise. Honestly, the way I got dropped, very respectable. I was told to my face in a hotel room that Looney wanted to play with Austin. TJ, obviously one of my best friends, was like, I want to play with Zin. Pierce didn't know because there was an event coming up, and it was like, well, I don't see the point in changing. I think it was like a week later, like 2 weeks later or something. But we go to Seattle. I joined TK, obviously. Strong team, RIP F3. And I'm getting my mom's texting me like Rise is about to get knocked out and plays top 16. So Rise is getting horked on. I'm through the roof. My mom's texting me, haha, fuck them. Next thing I know, they won the event. Next thing I know, they won the event. My mom texts me, "Are you okay?" I said, "Yeah, I'm all right, Mom." That's just it's a tough pill to swallow. These guys were getting these guys were getting horked on.
Yeah,
I'm
wait,
sitting
Tommy
there
and I beat
gassed
him that
up.
event in pool play, and then
Yeah, we
they
did.
went on to win it.
Yeah, I was gassed up. My mom's
Oh,
like,
you heard that, chat? A whole bunch of pool play stars.
yeah, my parents are
Yeah, I
fuck
guess
yeah,
so,
like
man.
let's go.
Oh, is he going to
they're-
talk about later in that year, huh?
They're worse without you. Next thing you know, losers bracket run. Rise wins the event.
What about later in that year?
Are you okay?
Oh, you know.
What about it? What'd you do?
Listen,
Oh, you know.
Is this World
What
War II?
about
I mean, to be fair, we did win the second biggest event of the year. I mean, that was pretty cool.
Hold on.
my
When you-
favorite
hold on.
Zin
When
story
you-
from
when
World War
you-
II.
when
Now
you
I gotta
guys
expose
beat-
you, Zen.
Wait,
Let me expose you
fuck.
quick.
Okay, hurry up.
Keep
Right, so
exposing Zen.
we just formed our team. Zin used to hang out on our team speak like all the time. Like this guy was in there every night. And then like
Our
I know
team
you-
speak.
our team speak, or
Yeah.
aka Chris's team speak.
Okay.
And Zin, I got to give you credit. Had like the ultimate, like you grinded the hell out of that game in the beginning, going
I got
from
very
next
lucky.
threat to.
I got very lucky by Yuli not
Right.
having a passport because there. Remember that Toronto local or was it a
Yeah.
Montreal local?
There's a Montreal. there.
Montreal.
Yuli's team couldn't go, so my team's the next up in pro
Yuli's
points.
team.
Yeah.
Wait, was it Echo Fox or was it Rise? Oh,
It was
I don't
my
remember.
team.
oh, yeah, it was Rise.
Oh,
Yeah, well,
Oh,
yes,
shit.
it was
Yeah.
Looney's team.
Yeah, so Rise doesn't
Looney.
go. Rise doesn't go. I mean, this is like a tad bit like so. Basically, we get blessed to go to this local, and that's where like I pop the fuck off. That's where like I'm 40 per in respawn, double digits in search, and that's when I got like 3 offers as soon as that event ended, and I was like, oh my god, like I'm fucking back because I took a break in AW when I'm like a decent name pro, right? I placed
Yeah.
top 6. I
Yeah.
take a break to lose weight, enjoy high school, and in my mind, I'm like, okay, these are all my boys. I'm just gonna take a break and come back next year like nothing happened, and that is the exact opposite of how it works. You take a break, it's a fucking very dangerous
You're
slope
done.
because
Wait, I remember this.
You
I
don't
remember
take
Zinni
breaks.
came back and thought he should have been on Envy or some shit.
Yeah,
in Black
Wait,
Ops
hold
3,
on.
I was like,
I
are you
want to tell the
drunk?
story then because
Yeah,
Go ahead, Ben.
Zinni,
Go ahead.
Tell your
right,
story,
so
Ben.
we're in TeamSpeak every day. Every single day, this guy Zinni joins TeamSpeak. He says, "Ben, check your DMs." And I would have, and I was just like starting out managing the War 2 team. I would get 2 or 3 DMs a day from this guy of scoreboards of him just dropping like 40 a map.
You gotta
against some,
respect
like random pro team.
well, to be fair,
Every day, dude.
Gotta respect
to
the
be-
hustle.
yeah, I was talking to
It's
multiple
grinding.
orgs. Like I was talking to Dignitas, and like for some
Ooh.
reason, all these orgs were like they asked for like scrim results. So every single map I was fucking taking screenshots of. It was like, bro, me at first it was me, BL Fire, Study, and Nagafin. And then eventually it's me, Ricky, Sensor, and Nagafin. And I'm just like, I'm losing my mind because like it's very frustrating when you're super good at the game and your team isn't. Like, because I mean, the truth is, no matter how good you are, if your team's not performing well, like it's hard for your name to be considered one. You know what I'm saying? Like we'll use Standy as an example. Let's say Standy's team wasn't performing well, but he's unbelievable. It's just you want a good team. So I got blessed going there.
Yeah.
I joined E6 for a good 48 hours. Then I begged Dan to change his mind and pick me back up because I said no for some reason. Then we go on a 20 land win streak. But yeah, the climb back up is the climb.
You just had to add it in there. You just
Yeah,
had to
yeah.
add that in there.
The climb back up is very, very difficult. Like no matter who you are, how big your name is,
It's
how
hard.
good you are, like you have to prove it again, and that's what infuriated me. Because I remember texting Cap. I was like, "Wait, you're not gonna pick me up? What the fuck?" He was like, "Zin, I can't just pick you up after a break. Like I can't do that." I was like, "You're a prick, Cap." And
You made a mistake there, Zin, with that break. You can't take breaks. Once you're there to stay, and you can't give up. You gotta just keep pushing at it.
I didn't think of it that way.
But you hit the glow up. You lost a lot of weight, and you look phenomenal.
Thank you. I mean, you got to realize I couldn't go to champs every year until I was 18. So for 3 years, I'm on these good teams like FaZe, and I'm getting dropped because I can't go to champs. So in my
Yeah.
mind, it's like I got nothing to lose. I can't go to champs anyway. I'm just gonna play for 1 to 2 more events.
Yeah.
Like it was just tough. And then, yeah. So the climb backs. Question time. We're done talking about me.
Yeah. We have a lot of
Question.
I
You
can
just
talk
went
about
off
myself
the wall.
all day. Did I? I'm sorry. I
Yeah,
can talk.
Ben,
I can
yes.
fucking talk.
I-
man.
Oh,
Alright,
and Ben said
I'm happy
day.
for World War II to come back, baby.
I said
Oh,
day,
need
oh
to
my
bring
God,
this
that's
up.
how that started?
Ben said
Yeah.
day. He did not say
Damn, we went on a
gay.
whole life rant
That's
up
how
with
that
Zinni.
started.
Guys, World War II, I think it's pretty cool, man. I think World War II, and people are gonna completely disagree with me on
We
this,
just need
but
some colors.
it was one of the best competitive
Unbelievable competitive game.
games we've ever had. I don't know if the colors were a little dull. It was kind of boring to watch sometimes, but competitive wise, it was good. It was a great game.
Yes, the way the game played, everybody guesses like the no trophy nade spam. Like that was a good competitive game. The maps were good.
Overhaul messed it up.
Bro, thinking.
Maps
Oh
were good.
yeah.
We needed more CTF maps though. Would have made it a little bit better.
Yeah, but like, bro, just thinking of those maps, like, those were good maps. Like, Docks was a good map. Saint Marie, like, Search, it was like, it took teamwork, bro. It took coordination. Like, you want to break that site, you have to go in quick, or you got to work to get that pick off the statue. Like, that was just a good team game. And gets a lot of hate because of the way it looked, but like, from a competitive standpoint,
Oh, Donnie's
holy
in the
shit.
chat. Let's get Donnie in here.
Good game,
Yeah,
man.
I think
Let's
it
get
just needs
gigantic
good
D in the
colors.
call.
Get him in here, bro.
And a
Big
good
DS,
perk
gigantic D
system.
reunite.
That's facts, Dan.
I just want pick 10. I'm begging for it.
Do you
I'm
guys think
begging for
Fortnite
pick 10.
destroyed World War II? Because that's when
Oh,
Fortnite
yeah,
came out, and
100%.
everyone just cared about
100%.
colors, dude. I swear.
Can we talk about Fortnite? That game is shit.
Whoa.
What happened to it? It's
Yeah,
all
they just-
spam building now. It used to be incredible. Now it's just so bad. It's so bad to watch. I don't know how anybody can watch it.
Builder Pro happened. Then you could
Okay,
just easily
they
build
need
a controller
to
in
calm
1090s.
down those building. Luma, you guys are drunk, absolutely drunk. I better see some Lumas or my chat is drunk. I never thought I'd see the day. Guys, Fortnite is literally a spam build fest. It is actually impossible to watch. It's I don't know how people can watch it. Bro, when it first came out, it was sick. When Ninja was getting hot and Tfue and all the bro, I love Fortnite. I'm a big Fortnite fan. I used to play Fortnite all the time. I'm disappointed with the building right now. They need to fix it.
Hold on, no. But this is what I'll say about Fortnite is the pro scene turned over in 6 months because guys like Benji Fishy and
you got 13-year-olds spamming their fucking building shit.
Players were just, but it wasn't just spamming, those guys were also unreal in their decision making and their ability to just like snap on to people. Clicks is a good example. Like the game changed because it was a new game. The young kids came in, they grinded it. Cooler Aqua, good call out too. These guys came in and they came to the top pretty quick.
No,
And
bro,
yeah,
I'm not.
Pro and the-
Listen,
Go ahead.
I might have dragged it. It's not shit, but it's not what it used to be.
You
It's
don't gotta
definitely.
say sorry, Tom.
It's definitely. I'm not sorry. The game is shit.
Fortnite too, brother.
No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Nah, but honestly, bro, I just think the spam building needs to stop because it's hard to watch.
But that's the gimmick of the game. Like that's what
And
it
that's
is.
a terrible
it's-
gimmick. It wasn't like that in the beginning.
Well, because people didn't know how to play the
And,
game
it,
yet.
and if people got
Yeah.
better, then they should just remove the spam building, like make it so people can't build that fast. Like fucking fix that shit. But
I'm just hearing a lot
I mean,
of
it's
way
kinda
from
like-
Tommy, but it's all good.
It's kind of like Ben said. That's just their thing. So, as I remember, like when I used to play it, that was kind of why I hated it. It's just the building aspect of it. But I get it. That's what makes it unique, right? You sit around and you can destroy the entire map and get your materials. And I remember seeing
Yeah.
like Myth get into build fights, and that's when it started it becoming a thing, like editing and opening lane. Like I don't know.
which
It then became a
I
crazy-
like that
crazy
too.
part about
Walls,
it.
like there's
I like that
there's
too.
a lot of skill to that stuff. It's not just like
But
crazy spam.
I think the best thing might be to like comment down on the materials, maybe.
They made a lot of changes to the rules, Tommy, to fix that. And
And it doesn't. Nothing even happens to the final circle.
I mean, actually,
I haven't
a
watched
lot of
Fortnite in
stuff
a
would
long time,
happen.
so I could be talking out of my ass
People
here.
would run out of mats like especially in the trios meta. Like you run out of mats like pretty quick because people are just like constantly eating away at your builds, and you get into like the last two circles, and suddenly only one person or team can really build, and the circle's
Yeah.
rotating, and you're screwed because you don't really have much to do. Like they made a lot of tweaks to the rule set to try and get in a position where not everybody had 500 mats at the end of the last circle.
Well, I'm curious. Does anybody in the chat, like, be honest, put a 1 in the chat if you like Fortnite right now, or 2 in the chat if you don't like it? Because when I watch it, I just feel like it's unwatchable.
Guys are roasting me. I helped run the FaZe Fortnite team. Come on, man.
Okay, it's mostly twos.
level.
I mean, it's just it's all twos. I don't know. I'm a big fan of Fortnite though. I hope they can fix it a little bit. Maybe they have with the rule set. I don't know.
VR is competitive.
Real quick, I wonder. sorry, go ahead.
So that's actually
Maybe I'll
don't
hop
think
on
VR is
Fortnite. I'll hop on.
And
Mitch put a
honestly,
1.
when thinking about it, I think Fortnite helps the end game in terms of like I feel like if you play like a PUBG or even like an H1, sometimes you can just get like zone screwed, right? Like where you pick doesn't end up being the zone, and now you're forced to move, and you have nothing to move. Well, other than a vehicle. So at least in Fortnite, when you are doing these maneuvers, you do have materials. And like Ben said, like if you don't have materials at the end, then that's when you kind of screw yourself. But I've seen like some crazy like late game, like high ground. He took the high ground from him type stuff. But I just in general have always said that.
Let me take this
that
conversation
VRs
back
aren't
to
probably like competitive.
Let me take this conversation back to COD. Do you think Warzone with some tweaks could be a competitive game in a BR environment?
Define competitive game. You put all the top Warzone
You put
players
100
in
mil
one
in
lobby.
everything,
It does not
it's
work though.
competitive.
It's played completely different when you put a bunch of top players in one lobby compared to going into pubs and shit. Like
I mean, even
just-
when we played it, when pros played it, remember?
it was miserable. It was a literal camp fest.
Sat there. What
but
was
to
it?
be
Was
fair-
it Paris that did a whole bunch of recons and knew where the
No.
final
Because-
circle was?
because to
and
be
just,
fair,
I
like,
got a
sat
question on
there?
this. I got a question on this.
No. Let me
Wait,
step in. So because the
fuck you, I'm
ADs
going
no,
first,
no,
Ben.
No, there's an issue.
Oh.
So you guys were
Oh,
Shut
playing
down
shit.
by
No,
Ben. That's a Lenny.
This is your
let me
show,
slide in
Ben.
here.
This
Let
is
me
your
slide
show,
in
Ben.
When and
Let him
Lenny.
know.
When and Lenny.
I'm sliding here. So
Go
that
ahead.
example is fair, but your only metric there is placement. If and when, if there was a competitive thing in Warzone, you don't think that they would figure out how to make kills important, and at that point it changes the game. Suddenly you're like, okay, well let's try to run a quick kills
I see
early.
that smile on
We're
your
trying
face,
to kill
Ben.
people before they
It looks
get
good
full
on you.
loadouts.
Listen, I got a
I'm just saying,
question.
it went straight, not placement. People
I
aren't gonna
got a
just camp.
question about Warzone.
Go ahead.
I see a lot of people talking about some of these top Warzone streamers being like the best like Warzone players ever and stuff, and how like pro players can't hang with them. If you had pro players in the COD League playing Warzone full time,
Yep. Yeah.
would we
Good
not?
luck, MC, Abizi, and Preston a trio.
Can
in
you
Warzone
fucking
set
imagine?
records.
These Warzone players would have absolutely no shot.
I already made that point. Literally,
No
Preston,
shot. I'm sorry.
Selium, and Abizi literally set the world record for trio skills.
I
And
may
they stopped
see
playing the
some
game mode
Lumas
because
for
of
this.
RJ,
I
but-
might say some Wumas. I don't know.
No, it's a
All
good
I
it's a good
know
call.
is that there might be some Warzone players that are capable of maybe playing at the highest level, but most of them, no shot are they as talented as the players in the Pro League. No shot. I watch this shit. I mean,
who are the best players of Warzone right now? Isn't it like
Biffle, Tommy,
Aiden, and
Rated?
Isn't it Tommy, Rated, Aiden, Biffle,
pro players.
Aiden, yeah.
and like Noobs? He was a SND and competitive player. Blast is getting nasty because he's been grinding. He was a pro player. Like, I mean, if you just put the time into it.
And the Mutex is probably up there too.
Yeah, Mutex. He's been playing competitive COD S&D tournaments for years and years.
Yeah.
So was
Huskers.
He was doing it too.
He did switch
And then
to
they
mouse
just
and
put-
keyboard.
They just put time into it, and they're nasty. Like, I don't know.
Yeah, listen up. I'll end it
Swag
right
and
now.
Works aren't bad though. Or Swag and they're good.
If you put,
I don't know if they're pro level, but they're good.
like Tommy said, if you put Simp, Abizi, Priesta, Celium into a full
Oh, it's over.
12-time
It's forget
Warzone
about
regimen,
it. It's done.
they'll kill you, shoot your body, and teabag you
Hasta la
until you
vista.
spawn up.
Oh yeah, it's
The
done.
ghoulie.
Didn't
Those-
Dashy just play Swag in a 1v1?
They'll teabag you until you win your
I did.
gulag. When you come back, they'll kill you and teabag you again.
I don't think Swag is ass, guys. I actually like watching Swag. I don't really know how this Warzone stuff works. I keep seeing a bunch of stuff too in Warzone about people getting easier lobbies and stuff like this. How does this work? How does this shit
I've been
work?
doing that.
They
Hey,
do it by
listen.
like restricting your like locations that you connect to.
Net
It's really,
Zoomaa.
How the
like-
heck do you do this shit? This
Net
is some
Zoomaa.
Good old
hacking
Net
shit.
Zoomaa.
Wait, Tommy, your teammate did this back in the day with a net Duma. What are you on about?
Who?
No
Clayster.
way. No way.
Wait, what did he do?
Placey used to net Duma
Hold on,
host in
hold
the
on.
AW
All you
league.
assholes dragging the fuck. Oh, what the hell are you talking about? What do you mean he did it back in the day? I'm talking about pubs getting easier lobbies. We played competitive COD. We played
And
against
you were
pros.
getting a better host.
Let's go. Smoked.
What?
Bro, that's like.
We played
Bro.
on LAN.
Bro,
Listen,
No,
if
in
you
the
ain't
online league.
cheating, you ain't trying. Let's go.
Bro, can you guys imagine I
Good
started
luck playing
hacking in
Patch
challengers?
House.
Who's accusing me? Because I'm dropping 40 no matter what. Imagine I start hacking and start. I mean,
Leicester.
I already 1v4 in the Pro League. What if I start 1v4 in the
Yeah.
challengers? No one's gonna question me. I'll
I
turn the wall
mean-
hacks on.
I mean, bro, like, didn't somebody just get caught with hacks? Who's
Who
that
hacked?
guy's name? What's that guy?
Cheeto?
Yeah, Cheeto. Who
Who's
is that
not
guy?
hacking? That guy used to
He's
run
the one
tournaments.
that run the tournament.
Nah, yeah, I think he was
throwback this
hacking as like a
offseason.
joke though. Like, I feel like he was hacking and just making it blatant and like doing it as a joke. Because I don't think he played
Is that
Is that
tournaments
really a
with it.
smart play though? Like,
No,
Yeah.
it is a terrible
I don't
play.
think he really cared. Like, it didn't seem
Yo,
like
free
he cared
Jarvis,
about.
free Jarvis, free
tournaments.
Jarvis.
Oh, yeah,
Mitch,
free
Mitch
Jarvis
Maury,
for
what
sure.
did Cheetos do? Not Cheetos, babe. Like a guy. His name is Cheeto.
Wonga.
Cheeto
Yeah,
Wonga.
yeah.
That was his name. You're right. Cheeto Wonga.
Yeah, now that we're talking about chips, side note, I really want some spicy chips right now. You want to go walk in the rain and get some, Tommy?
Yeah, wait, I don't know if we could go
Both
out there,
hands?
Dylan. But Dylan, I do want to go. We should go out to get dinner again. We went out to dinner the other night with Mama Tats and Dylan. That was a lot of fun, man. Bro, I was so mad, Dylan. I was so mad, man.
What's
You
wrong?
guys
Why are
went
you
to
mad?
the best steakhouse with Salt Babe putting meat in your mouth.
What?
Pause. Pause. And I didn't get an invite.
Yo, hold on. Can we talk about the fact that Lamar said eat his meat in public?
Oh, yeah.
Yo, gamers
Yeah.
can't go outside, bro.
Bro, I
Gamers
would
can't
lose
go
it.
outside.
I'm
Wait,
sitting
Zen,
there-
don't act like you wouldn't be asking Salt Bae. Salt Bae, put the meat in. Put the meat in
Oh my
mouth.
God.
Okay,
You going rogue.
we gotta
Wait,
calm
That
down.
would make a
Wait,
comeback.
wait, I would have been saying Salt
we
Bae
took
meat.
a
Guys, you
weird-
have dirty minds, guys. You guys are the Zoo Mafia. You guys are messed up, man. You
I
guys
would've
are
been-
messed up.
I would have been handing people my phone to take a story of me getting meated by Salt Bae. Yeah. So
You guys are messed up, man.
I'd say, do it again, Salt Bae. Do it again. You begging for that motherfucker.
Want the land?
Yo, Ben, Eric Anderson just texted me. He sent me the clip of when I showed your headshot on stream.
Wait, can we show the video of Ben dancing
Yo,
one
shout
day?
out to Eric Anderson,
Shout
man.
out Eric Anderson,
Shout
man.
out, oh shit.
Wait,
Shout out
just
Eric
to
Anderson, man.
confirm-
we have to get the 5,000 subs before Tommy can put that video down.
Yeah, we need to get that.
5,000 subs. so I
Ben
don't mind you sharing that
dancing is a
video.
Oh,
great
I have
video.
that. I have that video.
That video, 5,000 subs, and you guys
There's
have to see that video.
Celium said, shout out Eric.
Wait, you said 5,000 subs? I can show that video?
Yeah, down.
Oh, bet.
Oh,
Oh,
Bet.
I like that. I like
Say
that. It's a
less.
good
I
video.
never showed that video because I never, wanted to embarrass you. But 5K
that video
subs,
ended
I'm
up on
down.
Twitter. It's out
Wait,
there.
wait. I need to confirm something or stop this rumor. I personally did not get meated. Salt Bae did not put his meat in my mouth.
What the fuck?
Okay?
What?
So this
Where's
needs to
This
stop with
rumor,
this.
I haven't even heard this rumor.
So
Wait.
some people did get
Wait,
meat in their
It
mouth.
only happened to Jake Rebin. He got meated.
Oh my goodness.
Oh my god.
Good heavens.
There's a term for it now? You got meated?
I mean, we just made it up.
What the heck is going on here today live in the flag? That's
Good
funny,
heavens.
bro. This is crazy.
Man, it's been a good time, man. Yeah, just chopping it up, my boys. Shut up the
Wait,
flank.
this has been going on, bro. Where's Don? I sent Don the information. He never joined. Is Donnie
Yeah.
still in here? What's up,
Don
Don?
doesn't need information. He's in here all the
Yeah.
time.
I saw.
Brian Saint's in here. Speaking of the devil, Brian, we're curious.
Is he?
Yeah. Obviously, we know Major Maniac's a very good kid and professional. And how did you muster up the courage to drop him on his neck?
Brian Saint, join in, man.
Yeah, we're curious as to what went into this decision.
And I also want Donnie to join in here because he was in the chat and everybody was spamming Wemp. So I need Donnie to come in here, man. I need him in here, and I see him in the viewer list, bro. Answer Joel. What did Joel say, man? Joel better not waste my fucking time. Okay,
Yeah,
last time
Dan.
asking. Will FaZe let
What
Sid
up?
go if a team comes from? Yes,
Wait,
man.
what's
Of course.
they're not
Joel,
gonna hold
what?
him.
They're not gonna hold him, bro.
Yeah, we got to get Brian in here to hear his
Are
reaction.
you kidding me?
after
We got
you dropped
Eric Anderson
information.
running the show over there.
I know his reaction.
Eric Anderson, he's not a bad guy. He's gonna do what he's gotta do. We love Eric.
Yeah, we love Eric.
We love Eric in the chat.
We
We love
love
Eric.
Eric.
Come back.
Yo,
Eric's
that would be a
watching.
great episode to get Eric Anderson on here. People don't know
has a
Eric,
lot
Oh,
of
is
but
good
that
stories. He would not be
no.
down to come
the
on
FaZe
now.
manager?
yeah, the FaZe
Yeah,
guy.
Yeah, tall
Eric-
guy?
Eric is
That
He
dude was
stays in the
dope.
shadows. He's very low key.
Werrick.
With his flip flops or Converse.
Yo, MC Po Werrick.
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 Eric's got some good
Goat Eric.
stories to go. There's some good stories
100%,
I
man.
got from Eric.
100%, bro. I'm about to call.
Yeah.
I'm about to give. Hold on. About to give Donnie a voice message. Hold on.
Yo, Stream, have you guys heard about when I got dropped from FaZe and I knew it because Dylan and Tommy went for ice cream without me and left me down the road?
Dude, that didn't happen. We told you
Yes,
to come get ice cream
no,
with
I had
us.
to arrange a meeting
Here's
for you
what
guys to
happened.
drop
Here's what
off.
fucking
So I'll pass it out
happened.
there.
No. My wallet was in the room upstairs. We're outside the hotel. I'm like, yo, I'm getting my wallet real quick. Wait for me. I come down with my wallet. They're down the road already, and I have to call them. Like, yo, they're like, oh shit.
What?
Yeah, well, wait.
Ice
yes.
cream. Hold on, Tom.
This
Ice cream
happened.
This is a
one block away.
fabricated story.
Yes, this
It's
happened.
down the hill.
Fake news.
Nah, that
It's
sounds
not fake
cap.
news. I
That's
remember like it was
because
yesterday.
literally a block away.
I remember it like it was yesterday.
That sounds cap.
We were outside the hotel. I'm like, yo, I'm going to get my wallet. I'll
Nice
be right
hotel,
back.
by the
I
way.
come
Should
back
toss it
down.
out
Yeah,
there.
dope hotel. I come back down.
Lataj and Lumas.
I come back down. You guys are halfway down the road. I'm like, yeah, something's not right.
Nah, this is
Something's
bad.
not
I'm starting the
Something's not.
minis.
Something's not right. And then
Wait.
out of all my friends, I mean, listen, I'll tell it real quick. I'll make it quick. I'm sitting on a rooftop. I'm rooming with Tom. They obviously know I'm getting dropped. Dylan comes in the room. I'm like, yo, we making changes? I was like, yeah, we making changes? And Dylan was like, nah, I don't think so. I mean, I think Cell's joining Envy. I was like, all right, bet, let's get
But
it.
wait, to be fair, this is true though.
Okay, hold
Yeah,
on.
what?
We
did it
thought
happen
we
to
thought we
You
weren't
wanted
getting
a team
them.
with Kyler.
Yeah, we thought we weren't getting them. We weren't
You
even gonna
wanted
make a
the team with
change.
Kyler.
Okay, hold on. I just want to get to the part about
We
Ben.
didn't lie.
So
Ben.
Yeah, we could-
And that part's fucking hilarious.
so we're on the rooftop, right? I'm
I have to
waiting.
arrange a
So-
meeting for this drop to
yeah,
happen, by the
so-
way. So don't put this all on
So
my
listen,
shoulders.
okay, so in an hour, we're about to go to the FaZe headquarters and take pictures. On the
Yeah.
roof, we gather up. It's our team.
This is done.
So it's me, Crowder, Priest, Ben, Dylan, and Tommy.
Yeah.
Yeah. The squad.
So out of all people, I'm Chris, one of my best friends, like my entire career. Know Dylan forever. Preston is probably the one I know the least, right? Like, that's just how that works. Like, I didn't really know him as well. He's the one who drops me. He's like, yeah, we just think Cell's too good of a player to pass up on. And I go off a little bit, and I calm down, and Ben looks at me. He was like, you know, Zen, so what are you about to do? I was like, what?
Yeah, I was trying to make small talk.
Yeah,
and
he was
give
like-
me attitude.
He was like,
Oh my god.
he was like,
He said this. Ben said this because I remember
was
on
like-
my own. Ben, you're making it
Yeah.
worse.
Ben goes,
Wait.
we're going to get food. You want to come? I said, what? You just dropped me. Now you
No,
have to pay for my
no.
food?
He said
Wait,
that
we
we were
ordered
going to take.
sugarfish. What are
He
you
said
talking
we were
about?
going to take pictures at the office
Yeah,
if you
yeah,
want
it
to
was
come.
gonna be-
Ordered
Oh,
sugarfish
yeah,
that
yeah,
night.
yeah.
He said we're going to
You
take
wanna
pictures at the office. We're going to take pictures at the office if you want to come in.
Yeah, he was like, you can come if you take pictures if you want. I was like, what?
That's a Len. That's a Len for sure.
Yo, wait.
Listen, I
wait.
was being polite. Everybody else.
Nah.
Wait,
That
Tommy,
shit's
Tommy.
hilarious.
What?
Have we talked about the the getting pulled over while being in Ben's rent-a-car?
No, we have not. Wait, that story is so funny though because Ben refused to hand me the keys. He refused it because he said, "You're gonna get fucking pulled over. I know how you drive. You're gonna get pulled over." I said, "Ben, give me the fucking keys." He goes, "I can't. You're not old enough. You're not on the thing." I said, "Ben."
In town when this happened.
Yeah, Ben left town.
I know, and then you said,
"You guys better not take the car."
And then you said, "Fine." No, he gave me permission. Ben finally said, "Fine. I'll give you the keys. You can take the keys, but please don't get pulled over." That's what he said. He said, "Please don't get pulled over." Bro, kid you not, 5-10 minutes into the ride, the fucking sirens come on. I said, "Oh shit."
Dylan, Tommy, and Lamar, man.
And bro, I said, and Bryce was with us too, was he not? Bryce was in the back.
Yeah, I think we just went to Canes.
It was me, Bryce, Lamar, and Dylan. This shit was comedy,
bro.
This is
the exact reason, because that road going to Canes has a lot of cops. The speed limit changes a bunch of times.
No, there was no speed limit.
No, it was no speed limit.
Listen. So
El Lamar.
we get pulled over. The officer, I said, "How you doing, officer?" The lights were off. It was a rental, and Ben had turned the lights off in the car.
Dumbass Ben.
Fucking dumbass.
That's not on me. You gotta check.
It was broad daylight. I've never seen a car like the car was so weird, guys. It was a car I've never drove, and like there was a weird switch on the side that like turns on your rear lights. Like I didn't know you could turn off. Why is that even a thing? You shouldn't even be able to turn off your rear lights. So I was like, I didn't even know that was a thing. So I guess the cop blew me over. He goes, "Is this a rental?" I said, "Sure is, officer. I don't know how to work it. Can you help me out? The rear lights are off." I apologize. He let me go. There was no problem. But we called Ben and we told him that we had a ticket.
Find the video, bro. We have to play this video on stream. The phone call.
Yeah, we can play it on stream. Send it over.
Wait, I gotta find this dude. Ben literally thought we were his children and got expelled from school the way he was.
Oh, now Standy wants to come on. Now Standy wants to fucking join up. Standy, are you watching?
Yeah, that was I gotta say, man, Columbus might be the best time we've had collectively as a
100%, 100% until I got robbed.
Yeah, oh yeah, that was insane. But Columbus, bro, like
we can talk about that. We gotta talk about that.
We don't talk about that.
To describe Columbus real quick for those who don't know, we got the Pro League in Columbus at the MLG Arena. How did it work? So you had Group A. So,
Tommy, I'm gonna DM you this video.
So you had Group A, Group B. You'd come for 2 weeks, then you'd leave, and then the other team would come, stay there for 2 weeks, and you'd switch off. That would happen twice. So basically, you're teaming with your teammates, and
yes, you would be teaming with your teammates. Yeah.
No,
This is comedy, Joe. This is comedy.
I meant rooming with your teammates, and then like we were all so close, like in the same apartment complex, that like you're just hanging out with every single team. Like you're walking to different rooms, hanging out, going to the gym, playing basketball.
Yeah.
Just doing a bunch of shit. That was a good fucking.
It was a good time. It was a great time.
Our spot was definitely the vibe. People
I loved it.
Over. I was making food.
Yo, Ben was making cookies, brownies.
Yeah, Chris and I. Wait, Chris and I had the best apartment by far, bro. Everybody used to come through. Well, that's because you used to make cookies and shit. It was a Ben thing.
Everyone just loved Ben so much, and Ben and Tommy would always play FIFA, and Ben would kick the walls.
Yeah, he would throw water bottles and shit because he couldn't hang with me in FIFA. But let's take a look.
Oh,
let's take a look at this video, guys. This is when we pranked Ben after getting pulled over.
Unbelievably irresponsible on your part. Not to raise my voice, but I'm
gonna play the whole video. Oh my.
You guys need to come to an arrangement. I'm gonna speak with
hit the lens spam.
And we'll figure out how to take care of this. But going forward, Lamar's not allowed to drive the car. I'm gonna be driving the car. I'll let Chris drive me sometimes, but we got this window for
No, I definitely understand you, Ben, but you're gonna have to pay the ticket. Like, we're not paying for that.
What do you mean? What do you mean I'm not gonna pay the ticket? I literally left the car there for you, Chris.
Oh my god.
The car without asking me.
Wait, we asked Chris though. We asked Chris. Wait, we asked Chris though.
That doesn't matter.
But you left Chris responsible for it.
Are you kidding me right now, Dylan? Like, I hope you're seriously trolling and you're not being dead serious. If you're dead serious, I will literally talk to Arrogant Step right now and bring this up, and they will take that money out of your guys' paycheck. We got that call.
They will take that money out your paycheck.
It's heated, bro.
Alright, wait,
He tried to talk to Arrogant Step. He didn't
When you get here tomorrow, we'll talk about it.
But I'm.
Don't trip. We'll get it all figured out. We'll see.
You understand?
I don't even remember where I was. Why I wasn't in Columbus, to be honest.
All right, maybe we can like you pay for like 80% of it. We'll put in like 20%.
I mean,
I think I might have been like home for Passover or something stupid.
Yo, I'm an idiot.
Why are you being $400?
Because I'm
But you
saving.
shouldn't have been able, like.
I want to save my money. We want to save our money. Like,
You're just like now pushing my buttons, man.
You want to save my money? You're a prick.
Don't worry.
I'll talk to you guys later.
Just get some
Wait,
sleep.
Ben.
Get some sleep.
Oh, he hung up on me.
This is why I had to deal with
Oh,
on
did
daily
Lamar
basis,
call
guys.
him?
Get to the bottom of what happened here. So
Vape Tom, that was years ago.
Time to give you the car keys, they say it all to like. Had they gotten permission?
This is what I had to deal with every day, guys. Every day for like a year and a half.
Yeah, I mean,
These
they paid for the
idiots.
car too, so I thought it's just the team's car, so they brought it and we just went out to get some food.
I mean, yeah, but they're not. I waived the insurance on their car because I was supposed to be able to drive the car.
Wait, hold on. I'm gonna pause this. Can we talk about the tone difference between when Ben talks to me and when Ben talks to Lamar? With me, he's like da 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 da, and then with Lamar, he's having a normal conversation like a fucking human being. What the fuck's up with that, Ben?
I'm gonna talk to Eric and Seb, and we're gonna take it out of your paycheck.
Yeah, like
that
what
shit
the
is
fuck?
Comedy, son.
What the heck? We don't. Is this funny, dude? Should I watch this?
Nah. The funniest part would be if you guys get Eric in on it. And Eric was like, Ben, and we think we
No,
should pay for it as
Eric
well.
was in on it. I texted Eric.
Wait,
Eric knew about this.
Wait, the next day Ben was ignoring me. He wasn't talking to me on purpose.
Bro,
Go to the end of the video.
when Ben said that shit about I'm gonna call Eric, I texted Eric. I said, listen, we're pranking Ben. So if he calls you about a ticket,
watch.
just go with it.
Go to the end, and Ben's legit ignoring me as we're walking through and driving to the gym.
Focus on the road while you answer this.
Yo, he's so mad.
Look at him.
I'll show you.
Yo, nice jersey, yo.
That's a nice
You
jersey.
gotta go back a little bit. You gotta go back a little bit. Oh,
We're going to go work out.
Look at us, man.
I've been,
Lifetime
Taking advantage of my
fitness.
lifetime
Bring me
fitness
back,
membership.
man.
bro.
Yeah, we had good vibes at that lifetime, bro. When it's a
Wow,
lifetime, we go to
Posted it.
Canado's
Yo,
after.
Ben was kind of swaggy.
Yo, Ben was kind of swaggy, bro.
We need to get a win in the chat for that one.
Yeah.
I agree,
His
win.
fist going kind of crazy.
I agree, win.
Gray sweatpants, bro.
This vlog was lit, dude.
I changed when I
Yo,
got there.
P Dog.
Probably not, right?
Preston.
Shout out to
man.
Preston. He got me addicted
Young
to the
P-Dog.
vape back in the day.
I remember that.
But I quit.
Everybody's so young, man.
Wait, stream. Can we talk about how I'm nicotine free for a real? When was the last time you guys saw me hit something on stream? When was the last time?
Woo! Let's get a round of applause.
Give me an applause. Give me an applause.
Let's get a whammy for that.
It's been. Let's get a
Whammy.
whammy for that one.
Whammy.
Let's get a whammy.
Let's get a whammy.
Let's get a
Run that
whammy for that
whammy
one,
up.
guys.
Ben, what do you think you should have done?
We had good times with that football, and then the Optic guys came into our
Where
apartment
the
after
heck
us,
am
and
I?
Suddenly the football disappeared.
I don't know if you were in this video.
Hey, bro, it's his
I was
fault.
probably
You were at the
not.
beginning.
It's his,
I gotta be in some of these videos.
Wait, you were right there. I think you just walked by Ben.
Chris, if we do anything wrong, I think we're fine.
Yo,
Chris,
bro, I actually fucked those Columbus apartments, man. Maybe not the location,
Where am
but
I?
like the actual
Yeah, the
apartments.
location definitely was not the best. We saw a lot of stuff we probably shouldn't have seen.
Yeah,
bro.
it was a little crazy. It was definitely a little crazy. Oh shit.
I'm talking. I would get an Uber from one. It's legitimately a 3-minute walk
There I
around
am!
the complex, and I get an Uber.
Yeah, because they have to go through 59 speed bumps to get to you, so it would take them like 7 minutes to get to the
Those
back of the
speed
complex.
bumps were hell, man.
Tommy got
We were
robbed.
dead ass at the last corner.
Whoa, don't talk about that, Dylan. Don't talk about that, Dylan.
Oh shit.
Ben, you gotta regain.
Oh, bullied Ben.
Yo, we're the duo, Ben. We're the fucking duo. Look at me sagging my pants. I was such a little kid, man. I don't do this shit anymore. I don't sag my pants anymore. I don't smoke. I'm such an adult. Wow, it's crazy. Where the fuck is Donnie?
I know people are saying Stanley needs a link. You're gonna have to DM
I
him.
sent him the damn info 100 million times.
He's
Thank you,
dodging.
I think his flight's back on. I don't know.
This is a long ass flank, man. This is
That's
good
fine.
content.
We could keep it going on forever for all I care. Hold
Yeah,
on. I'm gonna message him.
Don's saying he can't join, bro. Not today. It's tough,
talk
man.
up.
It's still raw for him.
That's
So
understandable.
He's enjoying the show. Donnie sketched on me, so can we get a lemp in the chat, please?
Oh shit.
Donnie sketched on me, so you went team with Hagasite.
That's a wimp right there.
So I'm thinking we get a lemp in the
Speaking
chat.
of Hagasite, he wants to join in next episode. I mean, we can get him in right now, but I mean, we'll get him in on another time so we have some guests. You know what I'm
We
saying?
should get him in on Thursday, because on Thursday we can talk about how
Yeah, we'll talk about the
how
matches and
went.
he'll break it down. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Real quick, let's give a shout out to a lot of people, man. We got Cam's Prison with the 3 months. We got Watch the Flank with the tier 1. Katav with the Twitch Prime. We got Queso coming in with a resub. Breeses, Mitch Abbott. Damn, you call him Mitch Abbott? Mitch Abbott, appreciate you. On the Twitch Prime, Huck LeBuck with the Twitch Prime. Lily Depressed with the 2 months. Papa Lab. Pablo. We got Praggy. Casey Culligan. Natalie with a big 5. D-Brow with a couple. Just thank you guys so much for all the support, man.
We're not going to shout out Lottie was in the chat?
Lottie, we absolutely... Wait, is that Lottie? Is that actually her?
Yeah, if it's Praga, it's Lottie.
Oh, shout out to Lottie. I didn't know that was actually her. Oh, yo, wait, me and Lottie have something cooking up.
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
We
Yeah.
actually do, Tom. I can't wait to show the world.
No. Wait, so Zin, I was gonna bring her in to cast with us. Like the actual
You're
Lottie.
not doing an actual interview
Wait,
with Lottie.
I don't do it
Yeah.
good enough? That's fucking horseshit.
No,
I'm not
but
gonna talk about that.
dude, that would have been
Would've
comedy
been a
though.
Special guest. dude.
No, we need to bring in Matt Morello, Mr. X, or his rate analysis. That's what we really need.
Wait, now I gotta let me DM her.
But
and
yeah,
thank her.
yeah. Wait, listen, Tom. Bro,
What?
imagine they let us co-stream. Like, what is? How did fan watch or like co-stream it?
Co-stream,
Like
yeah,
a Valorant
co-stream.
does?
Bro, yeah. Can you imagine me and you just
Dude, that would
co-streaming
be
as having a blast?
godlike.
To be honest, I don't blame them
They
because we'd
would
have
hate it.
Yeah, we'd have the entire fucking viewership. We'd have it all.
You guys would definitely get fined too, but it would be a great time. The chat will pay it. The chat will pay the fine.
Bro, what I wanted to do was like when Zen goes like we're gonna go to the analyst test with Lottie or whatever. I was gonna be like have Lottie come in and be like, hold up, that's not Lottie. Like I'm Lottie. You know what I'm saying? That would have been fucking hilarious. Like if we did that live, but it's kind of hard to
Well, you
actually
just
do that.
fucking ruined it.
Nah, it's
Yeah,
too
well,
hard to
now that-
do. It's too hard to do because we always do this
It
stuff
would have
like
to be just
randomly.
ready at the team.
Yeah, we gotta be ready at the exact time. Like I would.
True. It is contingent on me getting picked or not. So
Exactly,
it's
like it's so up in the air, and then I don't want to just get Lottie to join and then nothing happens. You know what I'm saying? She's gonna be like, "What the heck is this?" Eli, what's going on?
We
Welcome to
got
the flag.
joined by a very special guest. What's handy in the chat?
What's up,
Quick shout out to
Standy?
Jess, the GOAT.
Who's
We're
Jess?
booked. We're live.
Who's Jess?
Just know, like, it's a
Oh,
secret.
you got a little girlfriend.
No, that's what we gotta draw the line right there. We're
I
drawing the
thought
line
you were
right there.
talking about Brohard.
Gonzalez with the
No,
5.
no, no.
Appreciate you, AJ.
Just bro hard.
Just know the flight is booked. We're on. Let's go.
Let's go.
Bro,
We're gonna hang out with you tomorrow.
Appreciate you, AJ.
Let's go.
Standy
What's up,
after the
Dylan?
big
Probably
news
turning up.
today.
Let's get it, baby.
How
Let's
are
get a
you
Wendy in
feeling,
the chat.
kid?
Get a Wendy in the chat, baby.
Standy.
Come on. I'm feeling great.
How you feeling?
Announcement, like, it doesn't get better than this.
How you gonna?
You know what I mean? Grinding for this shit. Like, this is
Yeah.
a dream.
Yeah.
So, got the
Like that.
opportunity and gonna make the
Yeah.
most out of it.
So
you know?
Standy
Nah, it's a
coming
dream
in.
for sure.
How did
Yes, sir.
how
It's a
did
dream for
Vinny
sure.
how did Vinny have what did Vinny do for you? And
So, I
you know,
mean, are we talking about like Standy's manager?
yes, your manager.
My
Sandy's manager.
How has Vinny helped you through this process?
I mean, just know, I mean, I had a lot of tough times in COD.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, had times where could say I got costed here and there. I mean, I'm not here to blame others. Vinny was there. He was by my side. He was like, "Yo, like, keep at it, bro. Like, you're
Yup.
next up, bro. Like,
Yup.
For
keep
sure, man.
grinding."
For
You
sure.
know what I
Yup,
mean?
he always
He
did
had
that.
the gas.
Zinni, what are your thoughts?
Yo, wait, Zinni,
I mean,
yo.
as Standy said, like,
And,
it's a
and be
dream.
very smart with this. Zen.
It's a
Yeah.
nah.
I got
mean,
people over there.
I
Be
mean,
smart with this, in.
no, it's a dream, and obviously, I hope you prevail and prove yourself. You're
Yeah.
fucking lucky you don't play me, because I would make you reconsider that dream
I mean,
rather
yo,
quick.
I have a question for you, Zin.
But you have a question for me? Go ahead.
Yeah. How do you feel that you went to the challenger scene and then I stole your teammate right away?
Oh my God! What the
Wait,
fuck?
No, we can talk. Yo, wait, I don't.
I'm here for
I
entertainment,
can't. I
brother.
can't blame him.
I
You-
can,
you-
I
right.
can talk here.
You have an elite spot, and I'm a very
Yeah,
reasonable
exactly.
guy.
These 19-year-olds are twisted now.
These guys are
Jesus.
these
Yeah,
guys
there's
are
some-
coming in with the fucking confidence.
Landy, dude,
There's
Landy.
some. There's some.
No,
there's some-
Wendy.
Landy.
That's a
Yo,
Wendy.
Wendy,
I like the
man. No
confidence.
way,
That's
that's
good
good.
confidence. That's
We
good
all love
confidence.
Yeah, no, for real. Listen, bro.
The
I'm
ego on this guy, real
I'm
quick.
happy
dude,
for you.
crazy.
Ego.
I'm happy for
What?
you.
What?
I'm
It's
just
not
I'm
ego, he's
entertaining.
good.
Hold on,
brother.
hold on. Everybody
No,
relax.
no,
Calm
no,
down.
talk.
Let
I
Zinni
wanna
talk.
s-
Let Zinni talk.
Yeah. No, I mean I'm happy for you. You know, you've been proving yourself in the plumber division, and we'll see how. We'll see if you can translate it to the big leagues. Like to be honest, my placing so far in challengers have been pathetic. But when I tell you I'm taking people's heads off like I'm shooting against grandmothers, I am. But just
It's true.
there's I have a new team every day. But I
Yeah,
mean,
nah,
I
the
wi-
challenger scene
I
is a
wish you
pit.
no, I wish you the best, man. I mean,
Zen, you're used to the new team every day. It was
Yeah.
happening in the
I
Ultra
mean,
camp.
wait,
Yeah.
I mean,
yeah, I mean,
I know it's a
you gotta-
recycling 10
yeah.
players.
you gotta
now.
realize, Landy. You know, I'm just, you know, I just there's
Yelling?
certain yeah, exactly. There are certain people who belong in certain places, and
yeah.
this is not where I belong. So I hope to see you soon. And the last thing you want is to see my name scoring up against you, because I'll put you down quick. I'll shoot your body and fucking won't let up. But for real, brother, I'm actually happy for you. If you get shit on, that's tough because
mean,
You know?
whatever happens, happens.
won't.
But I'm gonna give it my all. You know.
No, see, looks it, man.
It's a good attitude, man.
You're gonna kill it, man. I got faith in you. You obviously had a good day. Major Maniac has not, so
I mean,
tough day for him.
At the end
How
of
do you
the
feel
day-
about that?
you want to know how I feel about that?
Why are you putting them on him like that?
The
Listen,
way that I view it
It's
is
just a
that
question. It's just a question.
If a roster is struggling, and the whole team knows that the roster is struggling, and a change has to be made. I've been on a team before where there wasn't one problem. There wasn't one problem. There could be multiple things on a team that is messing up. But changing one player and maybe bringing in another player could possibly solve more problems.
Correct, Wendy.
You know what I mean?
We
Yeah,
got
we'll
Sib
get
in the
a Wendy for
chat.
that.
Sib, you gotta fix your fucking attitude. What's wrong with you? Sib, get in here. I want to talk to you.
I
Yeah, we
mean,
gotta
the
talk to
challenge is-
Dante right
Dante,
now.
we
Dante,
gotta
I'm gonna
get
send you
that-
the info, and you better
We
join
were
up.
watching yesterday, Dante.
We
You
gotta
gotta
get
stop
Big
with the
D in
head
here.
rolls and all that.
I'm about to send
Wait,
you the
they
info.
won
Wait, I
yesterday.
need Dante giving me the energy, bro.
That ass, Dante. I'm gonna need you to join up right now. I'm serious.
No,
We need
Sib, I'm
positive
curious.
vibes, Dante.
Sib, I'm
Nah,
curious,
nah,
man.
for real.
As soon as the map ends, this guy mutes his game in record time. I've never seen something like it. It's like he has it memorized. He presses start, goes over 3, and the game is muted.
Listen, Standy, what's it
Yeah.
like teaming
that
along
too.
players of attach
game
and
sound
accuracy?
infuriate you?
Hold on, let me ask this guy some questions, man. We got him on board. He's a guest.
True. Sorry.
It's okay, Zin. How was your froyo, by the way? Okay, we'll talk about it later.
It was good.
Standy,
Yeah.
how does it feel, man, to be at the big leagues now with Attach? You know what Attach brings to the table. You know, he's like a big name in the scene. You know what I'm saying? And you got accuracy, and then you got Priesta. Like, these are some big name players, man. How do you feel?
I mean,
What's it
obviously
like?
myself, like getting my first opportunity, I feel like this is a really solid team,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm being surrounded by great people and people who have really good mindsets. And I feel like I got like a lot of players out there. Like, if there's any like a sub duo that I'd have to have, like Dylan's definitely one of them. Like, if there's anyone I have
Come
to
on,
play
man.
with, like Dylan's
Come
definitely
on,
one of
man.
them.
That's my guy, Eli.
And he's
Put
a
some
fucking
Eli's in the
beast.
chat.
I've been
Eli,
peeping his
Wendy's.
gameplay. He's a fryer. You know what I mean? We got Lamar. Like, you know, he's going rogue. Like, he's blocking the spawns. Like, he's gonna do his job. Like, he's being the leader. And then you know what I mean? You got
No,
got
so he's
Priesta. You
replaceable.
got Preston. Like, nah, he's not replaceable. He's a beast.
Okay.
And then
cheers.
and then you got Priesta. You know what I mean? Like, the guy does it all, bro. The guy does it all. Wait, what's so funny?
Nah,
Nah.
Zinni just makes me crack up, man.
Is it?
It's
Yeah.
just Zinni, dude. I'm
yeah, I'm
sorry.
just a moron. There's something wrong with me.
I'm
Yeah.
not laughing at you,
Wait,
Eli. I'm laughing at Zin.
Preston, you know what I mean? The guy does it all. Like, he's nasty. I mean, like, what else would you want from a player like me? Getting his opportunity, surrounded by great players, like,
Yeah.
doesn't get better than this.
Nah, I'm happy for you, man. You know, I always said good things about you for a couple years now, right? Like Vinny
Yeah.
was always talking. I always gave you credit.
I am
we-
5v5 MW Challenger champ. The
Yeah.
game was ass, but
Listen.
I'm
And the
champ
Cobb
end of
Zone
the day.
MVP of yesterday's
And
Elite Tournament.
When
COD Zone
Vinny-
MVP.
Don't
Yeah.
forget that.
Yeah, it's
Standy,
good
a
call.
lot of pro players might say that you are an idiot when it comes to the game. What are your thoughts on that? Because I also
Wow.
got the idiot syndrome as well.
Well,
So,
I mean, if
what
you've
is it?
never
What are your
played
thoughts?
with me, if you've never played with me, never heard my comms, never took an in-depth look at my gameplay,
Mhm.
I don't care what you think about me.
I like that.
I
I
like
love
that.
it,
I
Eli.
like
I
that.
love
Great
it, kid.
answer.
At the
Hold
end of
on.
the day, at the
He's
end
gonna
of
be
the day,
undeniable.
Fuck him. At
I
the end
don't
of the day,
care.
you're gonna fuck
I
him,
don't
says
care what you
Eli.
think about me. I don't give a fuck.
Okay,
I like that.
listen. I respect that mentality.
This sounds like a young Tommy
hold
coming
on.
back in the scene.
It
Your
sounds
first-
like a young Tomas is coming into play.
Your first match is against Optic, so I really
Yeah.
hope you truly believe that, because let me tell you, if you play like shit, you are really shit, and if you play good, you're still shit. So I hope you're ready for that shit storm.
Well, the way that I view it is, hey, I'm getting my first 2 matches against Opting in Dallas. Why not have a
those
good
are
match?
those are some tough
Why
teams.
Why not get into the comp right away, bro? Why not get into the comp right
Damn.
away? See what's gonna happen. You know what I mean? At the end of the day,
Shit.
I'm gonna go my hardest. Whatever the fuck happens is gonna happen, and I don't care.
Damn,
Either
I didn't even,
The goal
I didn't
line
even
up.
think
mindset,
about
man.
that.
It's a good mindset, man.
Damn, you're playing Optic and Dallas off the rip.
and
Maron.
The thing
I'm
is,
gonna be
if
going
you-
my hardest.
if you
I don't
come out,
care.
if you come out with a win, it's good for you, brother. It's
That's exactly the goal.
Make sure you down some game fuels. Use code Zoomaa in the gamefuel.com. You go to the store, use code Zoomaa. You're gonna need some caffeine in you, kid. You know what I'm
Oh.
saying? You gotta get
Yeah,
cracked.
nah, trust me.
Gotta
I'm
get
gonna
cracked.
that is
Code Zuma on the
I'm
game
gonna be
too.
cracked.
It's, uh,
that's a tough one.
Oh, he's gonna be
skins.
cracked. Trust.
Yeah,
He
You know
was
what I'm
cracked
saying?
yesterday.
But Eli, you know, if you're gonna be cocky, Well, you're not really being cocky,
I'm
but
not cocky. I'm just
yeah. But if
Not a good
you
promo.
but if you're
keep a
gonna
mindset
tell, if
where
you're
you're
gonna
not
tell
gonna-
pros to go fuck themselves,
Yeah.
use that energy like what I did when I was 18.
Yeah,
You use
yeah.
that energy and you put it back in there. I
I'm
will
not
never
telling
forget.
pros go fuck themselves, but
Oh,
I'm
I
saying
did.
that like
I sure did.
if you're coming at me like it doesn't like if you're not on my team, like at the end of the day, like I'm more focused on my team rather than what you got to say about me. You know what I mean?
Right.
I got a
I
question.
like that, man. I like that a lot, actually.
All
Good
right, let's
job.
go, Dan. Let's hear
Very
it.
mature,
last
Eli.
season, so last season,
Yeah.
right? You guys brought in Mac mid-season, correct?
Yes.
You and Lamar, so obviously have kind of experience in bringing in a youngster mid-season. What are you guys kind of gonna learn from that and help like Eli like fit into your team?
Looney.
Like, what did you learn from there to help Eli? Because obviously you only have what, like a week of practice, a couple days of practice.
I mean, we only have a day.
I mean,
before. I think.
yeah,
I think
so-
We're playing
flies in
tomorrow, and then we're going straight into the match. Like
Yeah, I think we have like a day. We were scrimming
we got
tomorrow,
two
but
scrims.
it's a travel day for Eli. So like how travel days are, but we're still
Oh,
going
yeah,
hard
yeah.
for a day. Then we have another day, and then we play optics. So right into the gauntlet. But,
Damn.
it's honestly these tournament reps are so important because you're going to be learning so much from them. And if you win a couple maps, that's all right. If you win a series, you get a series under your belt, that's great. So
it's about the improvement, you know what I mean?
but
You
yeah, it's
gotta
just about
learn.
making progress because
Yep.
even if we start losing round one in the major, like I feel very confident we can easily make a run and win it as long as our game just overall gets better. Because once we start winning some hard points, we're definitely going to be a threat. So hopefully, adding Eli to the roster and making everything.
I've never seen a worse hardpoint team than you guys currently.
I've never been on a worse hardpoint team, so it's been crazy.
It's actually bad to watch. My bad though.
We're turning things around, baby.
We're turning things around. But yeah, just honestly, like I said earlier, these challenger players have been playing more tournaments, so I feel like Eli's going to bring a lot to the team, whether that be some strategies, setups, breaks, holds, whatever it may be. Because he's a smart kid.
Let's go.
Is that
I'm
something
excited
that Mac did for you guys last year?
Actually what happened last year, we brought Mac onto the team, and his friend Darian Hollow actually taught us about the like squad spawn system or the quadrant system.
Yeah, we were desperate. We were fucking desperate.
In MW, so we didn't even know how to actually play the game until we picked up Mac. And so it was kind of just like a perfect combination of getting a nasty young player and learning the quadrant system to like know exactly how the spawns are working and all that stuff. So yeah, it kind of worked out perfectly, and then we were able to get a dub.
Minnesota.
I think I have some good things that I can bring along to the team. I think I know a lot about this game.
No, of course, I'm excited to get to work, start playing with you. But you need to get some sleep, man. You have a long travel day tomorrow.
I was gonna say I'm not gonna stay in here for too long. I was gonna say
Wendy's in the chat.
Right into some scrim.
Good luck, brother. Congrats.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Wendy.
Happy for you, man.
Yeah.
I'm excited to watch you play, man. And you come out confident. Do what you got to do. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
And most importantly, just listen to Vinny. You're good to go.
Now listen to Reese, your father. I heard he's your father.
Oh shit.
That's just not true.
Reese Vivid? He's probably in the chat lurking.
Wait, Dylan, I actually have a question for you.
What's up?
Well, I guess I want your thoughts about
Reese loves me, man.
So, obviously, I have a big fan base and people love me. I've been seeing a lot of Zinny to Mini comments and Zinnesota comments. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I mean, honestly,
Going from the north to the north.
I would be down to play with you, but seeing that you have like a $1 million buyout because you're making like 2.5 a year, I don't think it's possible to like make it work in any way. Just because you were the highest paid player in the league. Actually, I think you still are.
Let's get a whacked in the chat for Swag showing some love. He said I'm handsome, but he's also very handsome. So let's get a whacked in the chat, please. Yo, whacked is good.
Wait,
Whacked is good.
What is going on with the L's and W's? If W's,
Listen,
That's just a gimmick in the
it's the
chat,
gimmick
man.
of the
They
Zoomaa
put
Mafia,
the L or
man.
the W in front of your name depending on what you just said and if they liked it or not.
The Zoomaa Mafia's got a crazy gimmick, bro.
Oh, Jerry, you can't be saying that in chat, brother.
Whoa.
Jerry, ladies and gentlemen, he came in hot in the chat. He just said, I have just whacked my shit.
Yo, Jerry, send video.
Yeah.
Nah.
Yeah, my bad.
That's a lacked. That's a lacked.
Yo,
That's a
my
lacked.
That's
Everybody's spamming
that's a
lacked.
lag.
Everybody's
Lag.
spamming.
Lenny.
Yo, my bad, guys.
That's a lag. Damn it. I mean, shit, it's about that time.
Yeah.
That's a lacked. That's a lacked.
Nah, Winnie. Come on, Winnie for that one. Winnie.
Don just tried to roast me in chat. I saw that.
I heard Ben has a special lady, man.
Well,
Maybe.
No way.
Ooh. Yeah, I know. It's crazy.
Eli,
I can
you heading
tell.
out,
Yo,
man?
wait.
I can tell because he's
I gotta get
changed.
some
Wait,
sleep.
everyone, we have to say bye to Eli first, and then we'll get
Yo,
into Ben's new girlfriend.
Eli, for your brother, it was good having you on, man.
Yeah.
This is The Flank brought to you by Zoomaa, Ben, Methods Attach, and Looney. So glad
What?
to have you here, man. Best of
We
luck.
just added 2 more co-hosts. Apparently.
Yeah,
Let's go.
I've been
well.
here the whole episode.
I
yo,
appreciate
safe
coming
travels
into the
tomorrow.
No,
flank.
100%. Join in here
I
every time.
appreciate it.
100%, bro.
But I need to get some sleep. I got a flight tomorrow. Big day tomorrow.
Yo,
I'll
let's
see you tomorrow, bro.
wait, let's
Yeah.
do dinner. Let's get everybody together, man. Let's go out for fucking lunch or something. I'm bored, man. I'm lonely here.
Don't worry, bro. We'll go.
People
We'll
don't
go.
fuck
We
with
got
you.
lots of friends in the area.
But I
We'll
do
get lots of
fly.
friends
I
in the
do
area.
fly to LA on Saturday. I am global. You guys know this. I'm global. I'm all over the place.
Global vibes.
I have to go see my boo, man. You know, I gotta go visit the girl. You know,
Yo, I'm
the
out.
queen. She's the queen.
All right, peace out, bro. Safe
Later,
travels.
say Eli. Have a good day, man.
User disconnected
Have a
from
good
your
day.
channel.
Let's get have a good day in the chat. Come on.
What a kid.
We
Eli's
need
a
some
good
more
kid.
questions, man. Let's start fucking.
We'll take like
feed
one more
them.
question. We were at like, dude, almost like over a 2-hour show.
Yeah, this is 2.5 hours. Yeah, one more.
Yeah, but
Who
we're just
cares,
we're just
man?
vibing,
Who
man. We're just
cares,
vibing.
bro?
We're having a
Let
good time.
run it
People are having a
up.
good time. As
You
long
got
as
a
they're having good
problem? You
time.
got a problem,
Yeah,
man?
I mean, I'm down to keep
Listen,
going.
everybody
keeps
I'm
saying
just-
to get-
I'm afraid for our YouTube viewers.
Oh,
That's
Ben,
all good.
Ben,
Oh,
Ben,
no,
Ben has a
wait, hold
girl.
on.
A
I've
1.5
been through
speed.
I've been through like 3. First of all, I don't get paid on YouTube for these. I curse too much. I don't care. I
Oh,
just
we know. We know.
I just
I
put
had
them.
chicken porn for dinner.
Hold on. What do you mean we know? Everybody
Yeah, so
curses on
that's a
here.
surprise.
What was the first thing I told you when
Jerry
you did the show?
just said he's
Tommy,
gonna whack
please
his
don't
shit.
curse on the show.
Bro, I'm not gonna not curse on the show and have one of those shows that's like sooty as hell, and we're gonna like write up a bunch of questions and be like, so
Yeah, but that's
how do you
not a
feel
gimmick,
about
but
that?
like, but like, you know,
bro, come on,
you know,
man.
the
I'm not gonna
F-bombs
do.
fly.
I'm not
The
gonna
first
be
show
that
we
guy,
did, you
dude.
cursed like 15 times. You dropped like, you know.
First of all, I only curse when I get hyped up. Like yesterday when New York reverse sweeped. Like, come on, man. How can I not curse? That was unbelievable.
Yeah, that was pretty wild.
I also have
That was crazy.
also have not cursed much. Stream, have I been cursing much this
Damon,
episode?
I curse a lot, bro. I just don't curse on the show. Trust me.
Ben, give me a hard F-bomb.
You're not getting a hard F-bomb.
Listen, guys, I have not cursed that much on this show, and that's a fact. So
I
that's
cursed a little bit at the beginning, but
no, I fucking did not.
Besides keeping counts, I got a tally on you.
I did not curse. And you know what? My dad brings out the worst to me. Whenever I talk to him on the phone, it's a curse word after every sentence. He brings out the worst, man.
Yo, Warma.
Let's get a Warma in the chat. We got Damon Barlow coming in hot,
Warma.
showing
Hold
some
on,
love.
Hold on, Damon. What the fuck do you do now?
I was
does
thinking the same
content.
thing. I think he plays Rust and shit, dude.
Does he stream it?
Wait, he's part of
I
Optic.
appreciate that, Mama Zuma.
He's back on it.
Sometimes.
Yeah, see, Mama Zuma talked to me about the cursing. I honestly haven't been cursing. Listen, man, the curses are gonna come out. Like, I'm not gonna be like PG-13 in here, bro. Like, I'm not doing that. That's not me. But
He has
Yeah,
a
but we
kid,
don't need
thanks,
too many
I didn't know.
gratuitous F-bombs. This is my point when we talked about this.
listen,
Oh, he
man.
had some passion, dude. He had
I
some
had
passion.
exactly,
You can have
Dan.
passion, you can- then there's cursing on
Listen,
the show,
man,
but it's
curse
all
words
good.
don't hurt anyone, man. Honestly, like, we should be cursing. Ben, you need to be cursing more, honestly.
Yeah, wait, back on topic. Ben, who's your girlfriend?
Oh.
No, not this.
Yeah,
is
I'm not
right.
dishing.
Oh,
I'm
I like
not
that. I like
dishing.
that. I like
Yeah.
that.
Is Ben an
Oh,
old
man.
COD player? He couldn't be anything further than that. Whoever said that.
Oh, wait, why do you have to go there?
Nothing against
Listen,
him.
listen, guys. Sib will not be joining us. He said that he's in the sheets and he doesn't want to join.
Yeah, he's beating his shit.
Oh my God.
Whacking it.
Oh, we don't have to
If
go
people
there.
care about my curse, I'd rather
Lib,
curse than hear
lib.
that.
Lib.
Ben got a girl apparently, but he doesn't kiss and tell. Well,
Yeah.
it was a good show, man. I think we can end it
Great
here. I
show.
think we can end the show here. Thank you guys so much for joining into another. This was an emergency flank. This wasn't even planned.
Emergency flank. We'll have another show on Thursday when the matches start up. We'll
yeah,
talk about
we'll
those matches. We'll talk about Elite. I'm sure, hopefully, there'll be more roster changes since then. Who knows?
Yeah, we're gonna
Things
end
do be
it.
happening pretty quick these
Shit,
days.
there's been
Yeah.
some stuff flying around the community. Maybe some more.
Oh, Dylan with the T's. Intel.
There might be some more changes. We got the Stocksman, the Ace coming in hot with the 3 months. Appreciate you, Ace. Much love, man. But yeah, man, we're gonna end the show there. I'm gonna continue the stream, but if you are watching on YouTube, make sure to like, comment, subscribe, and thank you for watching another episode of The Flank. Appreciate everybody coming on. We had Zinnies joining us the whole show. Dan joined us. Dylan, obviously Standy came on in. So just thank you all to you guys, man. Thank you for coming on in and talking with us, man.
It's a good time, man. How
Yeah,
about
had to
talking?
expose
Hope you guys
it.
enjoyed the show. Love you all. Everyone get some W's for yourselves in the chat.
Yeah, man. Let's get some
Peace out,
W's in the
everyone.
chat. Later, guys.